You're now listening to M.E.M.E. You're now listening to M.E.M.E. Yeah, yeah. M.E.M.E.
This is the M.E.M.E. Podcast, where M.E.M.E. stands for music, movies, improvs, everyone must envy. Where we make memes on air. We are the only podcast that memeifies and discusses Black entertainment, past, present, and non-existent, that you need to love and respect for the purpose of you appreciating the culture more and us pushing the culture forward. I am your host, Kim Killmonger Jones.
I'm just me today. I am Kundalini the Black Zombie.
And I'm Feezus.
All right.
You know what I'm here for.
Here for it.
Give him the praise.
So this is season 8, where we show you why we're great. Meme number 87, entitled Chadwick Boseman Forever. Hashtag Chad did what Flex could not.
Nigga, when I saw that shit up on the screen when I was sitting on the couch, I was likely to die. What we not gonna do today
is disrespect Flex.
We'll do that shit another time.
Now, to clarify, we're not talking about fuck Flex, are we?
No, we're talking about Flex Anderson.
Ah, okay.
Chad did what Flex.
But we could disrespect Funk Flex any day.
Okay, that's making sure. Just making sure. He said no disrespect to the Flex. I'm like, which one? Gotta get it right.
Gotta get it right, buddy.
Bam, bam, bam. He needed no makeup. Hashtag Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Hashtag
We don't do that here.
So you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and all podcast platforms.
Oh, he didn't write down your hashtag.
Oh, what'd you say?
What was my hashtag?
He didn't have none.
He had one at the
I did
table.
have one. I did have one. I forgot what it was. Damn. Oh well.
Gotta get it right, buddy. So you're only getting season 7 and up. Well, actually 8 and up on those platforms. If you want seasons 1 through 7, pre and post shows and other exclusive content, go to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/theMEMEpodcast. Donate, support, and become a meme or a meme-er.
Pause for a second. I remember what it was.
What is it?
Hashtag do what you do. Hashtag but watch my shoes.
Hashtag when the levee broke.
That was the other one. There we go. We're back on now.
Yeah.
Now we can continue the show.
Yeah, write that down.
We already said it.
No, because at the end of the day, at the end when we
At
redo,
the end of the day,
run those hashtags back.
So I'll put that on my phone.
I'll put it right here.
I guess.
Oh, before we get into it, we messed up last show. There was a mistake on last show.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
Well, it gotta be me. It's us. We failed as a group. We failed as a collective. We failed as a community.
Not a community.
We did not mention Shock G last week.
Holy shit. The one that put the satin on your panties?
Never knew a hooker that could share him.
He got around. So rest in peace to Shock G.
Rest in peace, Shock G.
Can't believe we forgot about Shock G.
You can tell by my everyday fits. I ain't
And we
rich.
was just
Cease and
listening to
desist with
Shimmy
them
Shimmy
shits.
Cocoa Puff.
Yeah, at the 80s and 90s party.
Yeah.
We chocolate crossover.
Yeah, we chocolate crossover. Shimmy Cocoa.
Might go pop.
I'm Coco and I might go pop.
So yeah, so rest in peace, Shock G. So I was listening to the show. I was like, damn, boy, we
Trash.
Trash and all.
boy, and we supposed to be representatives of the culture, pushing the culture
Not
forward,
only
preserving the culture.
Not only that, who's our favorite rapper of all time?
Is it goddamn
LaShawn Crooks,
The
nigga.
Weeknd?
Fuck you mean?
weekends were made for Michelob?
But it's a
Monday.
Monday. My day. So just let me hit it. Yo.
Money B?
No. It is the one who created the greatest song of all time.
Keep your head up.
No.
Dear Mama.
Ooh,
No.
child.
What's your phone number, nigga? What you talking about?
Sheila. Sheila now.
Bum, bum, bum.
really wanna fuck with me, I'm ready.
Baby, give me a call. How long will it take to break you off?
Shock G brought us Tupac.
Hey, you know what I did watch like a couple weeks ago?
All Eyes on Me?
No, for fuck no. What I did watch was the video from that movie that they did where Tupac go ahead all around the world, same song.
That Dan Aykroyd movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tupac, go ahead and rock
I'm
this.
chilling when I hang
Around
around
with
with
the
the
underground.
So,
That's all we know. That boy was kicking True Facts, and he was being carried like
Like a king.
Kendrick was carried. And We Gonna Be All Right video where the cops was carrying the car.
that's
Great imagery. Great imagery. So rest in peace, Shock G. We wanted to throw that in there before we got started because we don't want to disrespect.
Pause. Another person we forgot about. Rest in peace to Clarence Williams III.
Ooh, the shit.
The shits.
Oh,
Y'all saw that shit. I was like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, I did forget about that. So I apologize on Clarence Williams III from Mod Squad.
Prince's Pops and Purple Rain.
Prince's Pop and Purple Rain. Goddamn, Tales from the Hood, of course. And there's another movie.
He was in Sugar Hill with
with
Eddie
Wesley.
Kang and Wesley.
yeah.
Yeah, so yes.
He was a drug addict.
There's one more movie I'm missing, but yes, rest in peace to Clarence Williams III.
All right.
Well, I can't believe I remember that off the top of my head. That's odd.
And then last but not least, rest in power to Chadwick. We did mention him the last show, but this is what this show is about. So the topics of discussion today, we're going to get into our meme. Oh, one, a two. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go. Memories like they used to be. Celebrating life. Secondly, we'll be appreciating the imagery. And then last but not least, we have our meme conspiracy theories where we'll talk about death is only transformation. So we can go ahead and get into it. Celebrating the life on 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, go. Memories like they used to be. So we're going to go into backstories and just celebrating the life of Chadwick Boseman, who passed last year, August 28th, 2020. So Chadwick Boseman, writer, director, actor, a graduate of Howard University, bachelor's of fine art in directing. So if you don't know the story, while at Howard University, he was under the mentorship of Felicia. Is that Felicia?
It's Felicia.
Felicia. I want to make sure I got her name right because I know you always be checking us. Felicia Rashad.
Well,
AKA,
it's two completely different spellings, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't what my parents named me. So we're not doing that.
Right.
It's close, though. It's spelled a little bit different. The PH makes the F sound.
And my fists make the psh, psh sound.
Is that a 22?
No, but
It's a chopper.
so Felicia Rashad, aka
Claire Huxtable. What's her sister's? Debbie Allen's sister.
Hey,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's Debbie Allen's sister.
That's
Third one.
Mama Wakanda, boy.
No, that's
Angela
not. That's
Bassett, son.
Angela Bassett. Thought you had one.
No, what's funny was I almost said that like earlier before we got started, but I caught myself. I was like, wait, no, that's a different person. Not gonna say that out loud. Thank you for carrying the cross for us.
Hey, and then that nigga had time to take it back. While we was talking over him, the nigga had time to rethink his thought and didn't.
No, the only reason why, because I was thinking about that before, because I was like, okay, oh damn, I was like, Felicia was in Black Panther,
No, she
and that was like, damn, that comes back around full circle because she was the mentoree of Chadwick. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I was running with that in my mind right before
You mean
we
the
started the show.
mentor?
Yeah, he was the mentee.
Yes.
He's the mentee, the mentoree.
Just wrong.
Sound like Mary J. Blige. Oh, mentoree.
No, but number 3 is the wife of the great Inside Stuff host
And
Ahmad
Isaiah
Rashad.
Isaiah Rashad.
No.
He's too young.
Both of y'all fucked up today. Early.
It's a continuation of last week's fuck up.
Yeah, so, but no,
get
Ahmad
a
Rashad.
Ahmad
Rashad.
Not Isaiah.
Inside stuff.
The ex-wife.
Oh, yeah, they didn't break up. Yeah, where's Black Love nowadays?
What was he doing for them to break up?
Well, why gotta be
But we're
him?
not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about
We're here to praise the black man today. We ain't to tear down the black man today.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be on no wait until exhale.
Well, stop inhaling.
So Felicia Rashad helped raise money for Chadwick and others so that they could attend Oxford summer program of the British American Drama Academy at was in England. This is a college in Oxford in England, to which they had been accepted. So
Was it Oxford College?
was can you pronounce that? That's that B word.
Bitch.
I can't see it. You keep,
I felt that coming.
you keep moving. I'm blind. Balliol.
Balliol.
I'm sure that when he looked it up, it had the proper, like how to sound it out.
No, I
Nick.
copied and pasted.
Oh,
Nah.
We
But it's in
paste it
England.
into Google.
I'm about to hook him up. Hold on.
Get them right.
But continue.
So
and
yeah, so she helped raise money for Chadwick and others to go to the, like I said, the British Drama Academy in Oxford in England. And one of the people to put up the bread was old Denzel. Denzel Washington.
That's our cousin.
Yeah, Denzel. Yeah, Denzel, our cousin.
Oh,
Because there's not too many Washingtons.
Why is it like one of the top 3 searches? I was correct. It's Balliol.
Balliol.
Yeah.
Balliol.
Balliol. Balliol. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We didn't practice. We already knew.
In my heart, baby.
So yes, one of the memes in the past seasons, we did Tommy Davidson's Ellen in Philly. Go check
This
that out.
is an adventure in comedy.
A comedy that's taking place in Philly.
Philadelphia, to be exact.
So
All right,
yes.
continue, sir.
So Denzel Washington was one of the contributors who put up some
Is that
bread.
Malcolm's dad?
That's Malcolm's dad.
Malcolm's
Okay.
dad, yes.
Malcolm. That's another show. That's another show. So Denzel was one of the ones that put up the bread to help with Chadwick to go overseas and get that experience. But we'll tie that back around full circle. Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
We get that on the soundboard.
that's my shit.
I'll get it on there.
What I said is we're not paying him.
Oh, touche. So we do it ourselves. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, we got to. That's right.
I'm starting practicing. I can jump in on the harmonies.
So with Chadwick, so as I just said, he got a bachelor's of fine arts in directing. So he wanted to be a director, but he switched gears and focused on acting because he was pulled to the side. Said, "Hey, you need to focus on one. Also, as a director, you need to understand. There's certain things you need to understand as a director when dealing with actors. What to." Pretty much questions to ask and things like that. So you have to have that understanding and be in that mindset. So he switched to acting. So one of his earlier appearances, he was in All My Children. Now, if you used to sit with your granny with Big Mama, you had to watch them stories back in the day. Now, that was back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now, he didn't hit the scene till early 2000s, in the 2003 to be exact.
Right before they cut the stories off.
They still on.
Not all of them, no.
No, I think All My Children are still in there. Is that with Victor now?
No, that's Young and the Restless.
I know Young and the Restless is still popping.
Yes, but
Cherry is
most
over
of
there
them
watching
got
stuff.
defunded.
Oh, okay.
Defunded because I was one nigga paying for all this shit.
They weren't bringing in as much money as the daytime talk shows.
You know why?
And game shows.
I have an idea why.
Why?
Because niggas gotta go to work nowadays.
Not just that,
They get
but
sit at home and watch TV.
not just that, but the older generation.
Well, the reality shows started to pop.
Daytime television isn't really that, but the older generation started to die off.
And then these new old niggas better be out in the club and shit.
Yeah.
At 62 years old.
Because these new old niggas ain't old niggas.
So there was an incident on the set of All My Children that caused a young Chadwick Boseman to get fired. So he was fired after voicing concerns to producers about racist stereotypes in the script. The role was subsequently, you don't see that word on a regular basis, subsequently recast. Well, I got it out. I mean, I said it correctly. I was like, I didn't sound like old boy Ma Rainey. I didn't sound like cousin Ma Rainey.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. No,
Take 37. Try it again.
That was a struggle, man. Subsequently, recast with Boseman's future. He was recasted with Michael B. Jordan taking the part. So Boseman had
future cast, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Boseman had wanted to work around the stereotypes of the character, feeling that being in a soap opera would give him more room for improvisation. Did I do good, teacher?
No, not today.
Improvisation.
You get a straight face and not a smiley face.
You go, Marcus. Gold star for you. Yo, dumbass off the microphone, man.
Give Chris your phone.
He can't read no better.
No
We
better.
went to the same school. We did the homework at the same table.
Who cheated off of who?
We
The
both
dumb
failed.
leading the dumb.
We both failed.
I'm copy up here. My shit blank too.
Cherry helped us too.
Where was EB? God damn.
He stopped by the Dairy Queen and
Oh
did some
fuck,
double
we
meat
forgot
burgers.
to call him for his birthday.
Oh, yeah, it is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Albert.
Happy
EB.
birthday.
Goddamn EB.
We will call you after the show. But I did tell them to do that.
He did.
Yes. So boom. Shout out to moms.
So Boseman had wanted to work around the stereotypes of the character.
Boseman.
I'm struggling over here.
I see
2
it.
Chainz?
Help me. Help me.
Help me, please.
Somebody. Boseman had wanted to
Make your font bigger. You want me to go get your glasses out the back?
Boseman had wanted to work around the stereotypes of the character, feeling that being in a soap opera would give him more room
You're going too
for
fast.
improvisation, as the writers often do not initially plan a full story. So he got the second script and learned that his character's parents were drug addicts and an absent father. So Boseman confronted the creator.
So both of the parents were drug addicts, but he only had a mother.
No, take that back. The mother was a drug addict and the father was just absent.
Okay, I'm about to say, because if I'm like that's like a double stereotype. So they're both addicts.
Like
And-
you
but he wasn't there.
give him every black struggle.
So he reflected on the experience in his 2018 commencement address to Howard University, saying that it seemed to be wrapped up in assumptions about us as black folks, and he would have to make something out of nothing.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So when Michael B. Jordan showed up on All My Children, that nigga was rocking cornrows. So he fell right into, and he always had on like a zip up hoodie that was like hanging off of one shoulder. I remember.
Hey, yo.
I watched.
Michael B.
Mikey B, what's going on?
So yes, so
So he sold out.
Ain't no fun like a game of hardball.
oh yeah, it wasn't
He was in hardball.
Hardball, yeah.
So
I was
that's
about to
how-
say Sandlot. I'm like, that wasn't it. I said I was about to.
I just named the movie, and this nigga said he was
No, before you
Sandlot.
said that, I was about to say
Edge of the
Sandlot.
outfield. I've seen it. Airbud.
That's what I was about to say. That nigga was talking about he was in Free Willy.
Three Ninjas. Have you seen it?
He was the lead.
That was definitely him in the Three Ninjas Strike Back.
The white boy.
You didn't see Ninja Turtles 3?
The Secret of the Ooze.
He was Donatello.
He was in the fucking Power Rangers movie. He was Zach. I seen it.
He was throwing with a guy's ass whoop on the Foot Clan.
The buddies.
He was one of the buddies.
I saw him standing next to Zordon. How'd you miss him?
He did the dance battle against Zach.
I seen it over a bench. I saw it
all over.
I seen
How
it.
do you dance to that?
That shit was the same way that little boy was doing this to Who's Next.
Who's
do, 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 do. Who's next?
I ain't never seen nobody butterfly this hard.
Nigga broke his ankles. They carried him out on the stretcher. Who's next? Oh man. So okay.
I apologize.
Where were we?
I apologize, Chadwick. He's having a bad time today. So
Oh
Chadwick
man.
approves of our humor.
That's what makes the meme.
well, you got to laugh to keep from crying.
People stealing, people dying. What song was that? Oh, that's goddamn Tribe Called Quest, boy. Do, 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 do. We on a world tour with Muhammad, my man.
Going each and every place with a mic in my hand.
New York, DC, Dallas.
Right. You can pull up on your computer now so you can read properly.
No, I'm about to go run down his resume.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to run down Chadwick's resume. Let me go to the resume. So, Chadwick, as an actor and a director. So we'll start with his television. So as we said, All My Children, where he said we ain't doing the stereotypes.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. So he was on Third Watch. He was in Law and Order, CSI NY, ER, Cold Case, Lincoln Heights, where I think is where he started getting more notoriety. He was had reoccurring roles on Lincoln Heights.
I do.
I didn't watch it, but I remember the commercial.
It was on ABC Family.
Yeah.
He was in Lie to Me, Persons Unknown, The Glades, Castle, Detroit 187.
Oh, I love Castle.
Yeah,
He's a writer.
He was on one episode.
He was a writer who was turned into a detective. Detective.
Douche. Justified, Fringe, and he hosted Saturday Night Live in 2018, and then the What If T'Challa was Star-Lord.
So I'm going to address that last one really fast.
Go ahead, sir.
I know you haven't watched it yet, right?
I have not.
So I watched the first episode of the What If. It's not the Black Panther one. It's the Peggy and Captain America one.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was trash. So I haven't even made it to the Black Panther one because I was so disappointed in the first one. So even before the show, I should have did research for the shit. I still didn't watch that shit because I was so mad that they fucked that shit up.
Is that why you didn't watch Ma Rainey?
I just fell asleep on that shit twice.
That's sad.
It took me 3 times to get through 5 Bloods, and I still did it.
You know what? When I
If
watched
she
Five
can
Bloods,
do it, you can do it.
If I watched the first time I watched
And we
Five
can
Bloods,
get through anything if Magic made it.
but did he really make it? Yes, he did, actually. You're right. Kanye, you were right. Thank you.
So in regards to his movies, 2008, The Express, the Ernie Davis story.
Seen it.
He was
Ernie's
co-star.
best friend.
He was a co-star.
As Ernie's best friend.
Mm-hmm. The Kill Hole. I watched it.
Watched that.
I watched it. 42 with playing Jackie Robinson. Draft Day. I didn't watch that.
I've seen
I
it.
think he was co-starring in that one too.
Yeah, he played like a football player.
Get On Up.
I saw that one.
I seen that one.
James Brown.
Killed that shit.
Gods of Egypt.
Sure didn't.
That's my jam.
No, so you approve of the Caucasians playing the Egyptian roles?
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. It was a good movie.
Nah, that's the problem. Well, let me write that down in the notes because we need to revisit that on segment 3.
Okay.
What about white people playing black roles?
No, just the whites and their superheroes.
Oh yes.
The Imagery. Gads.
Keep it going while you do
Gads.
that.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
All right. So after that, you got Captain America: Civil War.
Loved it.
The first time we saw a young T'Challa.
The bleak panther. The bleak panther.
Oh, Panther El Negro and shit. Then you have message
to
from
the king.
But
it says from the king.
you know how we do.
We do what we want.
Okay, I was about to say, am I reading this incorrectly?
No, you're not me.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 42%.
They ain't fuck with it.
So it don't matter what we called it.
I saw clips of that one. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Then you had Marshall 2017.
Saw it.
Thurgood. He played Thurgood.
We'll get into the colorism issue there.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Black Panther, bud.
Seen it.
That's when he
I just happened to see
shook
that
the
one
world up.
first day.
Shout out to the t-shirt.
Just so happened.
We went together. We had you got a Black Panther t-shirt too.
I forgot about it.
And we had our own little dance at work for it.
We sure. I still remember that shit.
I still do that shit at work.
Then we had both Infinity or Avenger movies, Infinity War and Endgame.
Sure did.
T'Challa, bud.
I heard like 3 classes in a row right there. That's all I heard.
Boy.
Continue.
All I heard. So yeah,
Not Rozelle.
No, that's Prince.
I'm not gonna let
The
the
elevator break us
down.
down.
Oh, no, let's go.
So then we got 21 Bridges.
And then that's when the run stopped.
I fell
Did you even watch the movie?
I started it.
So you can't say the run stopped and you ain't watched the movie.
I fell asleep on it. It did not keep me engaged, and then I had to go back and rewatch it.
Well, y'all some lambs. So then we got the Five Bloods.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah,
Did you make it all the way through?
No, I watched it all the way through. I didn't stop.
It took me 3 times to watch it. I just became so enraged.
I watched it straight through, tired at night. But what y'all talking about?
You're trash.
No, y'all are trash. Y'all
I
disrespect.
prioritize my mental health.
I don't want to hear that.
Well, I'm gonna say just because your metabolism is better than mine doesn't mean that you're better than me, sir.
I never said I was better. I just said y'all was trash. Yeah, we.
I
didn't say I was better than you. I said you were trash. You're putting words in my mouth. That nigga dumb, bro.
Once again.
Fucking hate it here.
How you make
it's
that connection?
The same goddamn thing.
No, it's not really.
I didn't say I was better than you. What I said was you were terrible.
It's not that I'm better than you. You're just lower than me.
Comprende?
It ain't my fault that your beard don't grow in luxurious like mine. Nigga, that's not even what we fucking talking about.
Tell you what I know.
That ain't me, that's God.
Tell you what I know. I'm giving you on the cherry mood. Tell you what I know.
Hey man, she said that's it 6 times yesterday when I was over there and I was only there for 30 minutes.
Tell you what I know.
Did she tell you what she knew?
She did, actually.
Did she really know?
I'm not quite sure on that.
But we let her have it.
So yeah, the Five Bloods, man.
Terrible movie.
I watched it all the way through.
It was a terrible
Five Bloods made me disregard everything Spike Lee did in the 90s and the 80s.
What was my note? This movie is garbage.
We'll get into that.
Ever since the Black Klansman. Jesus Christ. Continue.
So then last but not least, we had Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
AKA When the Levee Broke.
Only thing I'll say about that, I did not even really mean to fall asleep on this one. I was just really tired, but that's gonna be one. Okay, cool.
He really mean it.
So with as a director, he had 2 short films that he did: Blood Over a Broken Pond in 2008 and Heaven in 2013, and he has some plays that he wrote. So 1993, Crossroads, and you won't be lonely.
See you at the crossroads.
You won't be lonely.
See you at the crossroads. And I miss my Uncle Chad, y'all.
You be gone with the
We'll do what's wrong. Gotta hold on. Gotta leave on. Gotta leave on.
We pray.
Every day. So then we got Rhyme Deferred, 97 to 2000. Part of the hip hop theater anthology, The Fire This Time.
I wish somebody would record that.
It's nowhere to be found?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay. Then you got, as you brought up, Hieroglyphic Graffiti, 2002.
So that one was very interesting. So the idea of that one was, it was like the hip hop characters, hip hop people as Egyptian deities, which is Something that I wanted
would
to do
fall more into the gods of Egypt.
Yeah.
The gods.
because I was gonna do like a mythology, like who is who, like a hip hop with mythology. Also, until I saw it on Genius, I was gonna do like a hip hop character, like hip hop people as Naruto characters.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but somebody already did that. But I will say this real fast: Drake would be Naruto, Kendrick would be Sasuke. Continue.
All right. And last but not least, with his playwright is Deep Azure in 2005.
Well, it's not deep enough.
I said that was the one that was that's got that was some kind of awards or whatever. Because that's what.
Yeah, it was on the.
Oh, that's the one that Ghost and goddamn Tessa Thomas wanted to play the lead in.
Not Mari.
Omari Hardwick.
Yeah, Bari, all the bars.
Nope,
He sure didn't.
not doing that.
Not on my watch.
Not on my
Not
watch.
on my watch. So with Chadwick, doing Get On Up as James Brown, Marshall as Thurgood Marshall, 42 as Jackie Robinson, he was speaking about how he was approached to do several biopics, and he was talking about how he was like, "Hey, I don't want to do any more biopics. I don't want to get pigeonholed in that in those typecasts." Now he did mention because I was watching the Breakfast Club interview he did right after Black Panther, and they were trying to get him to say, "Hey, what are some other roles that they've put on you or try to come at you with?" And he's like, "Hey, I don't want to get into all that because if I'd say it and then they cast it to somebody else and it's like, oh, that's Chadwick's sloppy seconds." You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was like respectful. It's like, hey, I don't want to put that out there, but he did say Sam Cooke.
That would have been nice to see. So
Now,
he would have been Leon at that point.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So then
so Leon walked so Chadwick could run.
Absolutely.
Hashtag.
Write that down, man.
Damn.
I can't do it.
What do you do?
But he did say, because I think Angela Yee was like, "Did Lifetime approach you?" He was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. So he supposed to play what? R. Kelly.
Ooh.
That's not cool.
Or you gonna play Trench in the goddamn Salt Pepper movie?
We don't do that here.
So it was interesting. The Sam Cooke, I could definitely see that. So let's go ahead and get into.
Wait. You can see him playing Sam Cooke.
Yeah,
I could actually. That would be good. He was James Brown, and he did a.
You ain't watched none of his movies, cause I don't.
You ain't watched. It's not that
movie.
You
ain't watched the movie.
He
I'm
wasn't
not talking
there.
about. Okay, I'm sorry.
You weren't there.
Let me justify what I'm saying here. Not talking about from an acting standpoint. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, we've already seen he can pretty much do anything. Look wise, I don't see it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Who would you put in there?
For Sam?
Anthony Mackie?
Hell no. No.
Hell yeah.
No, I gotta look.
He'll have Flex.
No, the dude that played the dude that played him in One Night in Miami was good.
That ain't what we asked you.
You said who played Sam Cooke.
Oh, okay. that ain't even the question.
Well.
Let me shut the fuck up.
So let's go ahead and get into his movies, appreciating the imagery. So
right now.
So 42, bud. 42.
Are we going in chronological order?
Y'all want to? What y'all want to do?
I mean, that would make the most sense.
Okay.
To give it to them the way we got it makes the most sense. I mean, because you can show his growth. His
graph. So The Kill Hole, his debut as a lead actor in the movie. I watched that. Yes. It was a cool movie.
That's not how you described it to me.
What'd I say?
You said it was like The Matrix 8.
You said you were confused. You gave me a story that was so confused that I was ready to hang up.
It was a modern day Mad Dog story. If you saw Jason's lyric for his Whitaker's character, Mad Dog, as I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, this has the Mad Dog vibes to it. It's a vibes.
It's a vibe.
So yeah, so I'm like, okay, cool. So the movie is centered around a a brother who came from the war, PTSD. He's going to meetings with other people people that's both soldiers that's been in war, and they're pretty much talking through the trauma and things like that. And so they're meeting up. And long story short, because I don't remember and I don't want to like just give all the details of the movie, but there was a situation that happened when they were out in war. They did some something very heinous.
That man said they did something. They're not for sure what they did, but somehow.
Oh, they show you what they did. They set some dude on fire, So, but they were under the understanding that they was the only one there. But there was a dude that was there that they didn't know about that saw that. It was another brother
Undercover brother
who pretty much disappeared and was out in the mountains, and he pretty much started like killing people, and pretty much threatening to put that information out. So then the upper elites, the people that was running the operation, tapped Chadwick to say, "Hey, you need to go deal with old boy. This is where he at. You need to go out into the woods and find him." So needless to say, it was a story of some conspiracy theory. Like, hey, I'm trying to piece together I'm trying to find the pieces to the puzzle to get to the core or the foundation of who is setting us up to go out here and do all these heinous things. And look at what they did to us, yada, yada, yada. So Chadwick is sent to go kill dude, not to give away the story, but let's see, how do I put it? There was a back and forth, and then that's pretty much the gist of the movie.
So you just did a gun motion, so I'm assuming somebody got shot.
I got shot. So boom. Needless to say,
2 niggas dead.
What? So yeah, so it was a cool movie. It wasn't like he had like a stellar performance, like, oh boy, he going places. But it was just like, okay, cool. It's your first movie. He held it down. It kept my attention. It wasn't too much action, but it was just like, cool. I follow the story. I'm into the conspiracy stuff. So I'm like, okay, damn, who did do this? And I'm like, who did this? But it did remind me. Well, let me not even put this on that level. The Bourne Identity.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
But it wasn't even on that level. But it was kind of like you sending these soldiers and they waking up like, damn, who is Treadstone? Who put me here? Who am I? That type of thing. So
that's how he described it to me. Was a Jerome Bourne.
Jerome Bourne. So
I heard it.
So yeah, that was the kill hole.
You wasn't there.
So the kill hole. So what was his next movie? Was that 42? 42.
Photo.
No, I think. No, I think it was Gods of Egypt.
Man, look, you don't want to talk about chronological order? Pull it up.
I'm about to.
Pull up. Boy, we don't need this dead air. Come on, man.
No.
Get it together. Come on now.
No, it
was.
Was 42. Go.
Yeah, she did say she want chronological. So I'm trying to count.
It was 42. Go.
I just wrote it in the
So
sequence
Shad,
that
I sent y'all a Google Docs that has it in chronological order. So sad that I did that.
Then why ain't you got it up?
I do.
Now you do. So 42. What y'all thoughts on 42?
It was a movie.
I mean, he did well.
I mean, the acting was good. I didn't watch it to break the movie down. I watched that for the acting of Chad. The story of Jackie Robinson is something that we all know. I mean, I'm not saying that it's any less or shouldn't be discussed, but I watched the movie for the acting because we know the story.
And if you didn't know the story, Jackie Robinson was the first Black baseball player. That's about it.
So I think that movie was more along the lines for white people who didn't know.
So they can remember.
You said that did know?
That did not know.
Oh.
No, these new people, they don't know what's going on.
They're not aware.
There's some Black folks that don't know either. So of course we got it in school. Like that's Black History Month. Like, yeah, Jackie Robinson was first Black man in the MLB.
That's one of the first stories they'll tell you in school.
Martin and then Jackie.
Nobody ever talks about Malcolm.
They don't talk about Malcolm. Martin and then Jackie.
Malcolm was gonna be kicked out of my 4th grade classroom. I just saw the movie. And he told me that Malcolm X was a bad man. No, he wasn't.
So you bitch.
Bitch.
Stupid ass bitch.
Who's over the burger? Some stupid ass bitch.
Should have said that when you went to Whataburger today.
Hell yeah.
Look us over some burgers, you stupid ass bitch.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
You think
you're
you're
slick.
So yeah, did you even watch it?
I said I fell asleep on that one too.
I watched
That's
it.
sad, boy.
I watched it. The acting was good. He's a great actor.
Yeah, he actually studied and brought to life like the movements of Jackie Robinson on the field. So he also connected with Jackie Robinson's wife. And she said that watching Boseman perform, was like seeing her husband. And some of the things that he did to prepare. So what I found with like Chadwick, like he took these roles like super serious. Like he wasn't like, oh, okay, I got the role. Okay, boom, let's go ahead and get this bread. So it's like to replicate Robinson's mannerisms, Boseman trained for 5 months with professional baseball coaches who would tape his practices every few weeks. And then they would basically split screen his technique with Robinson's to allow him to compare. So he was actually like studying like how he threw the ball, how he was running and stealing the bases. So like certain things like in the movie where you see him doing this before he stole the base, I'm pretty sure that's a part of what Jackie Robinson did. So studying the mannerisms, like that's what you're supposed to do as an actor. If you're playing, pretty much any role, but a biopic is, like I said, you take it more serious.
Right.
Yeah, especially if it's out there like that. Like if it wasn't a biopic, he'd be able to create it himself.
Right. So
for him to put the work in, very true.
And he did put the work, and you could tell.
And I think I heard one story about that because it was how he slid into a base a certain way, and he said he had to keep doing it because like Jackie wouldn't do it that way. Like his leg was in a weird motion or something like that, so he had to figure out how to get his leg right or something like that.
Just
so that's how serious he took it.
Still in a base. That's probably like one scene, or probably a couple of scenes. But
he stole a lot of bases.
Mm-hmm. So
in the movie,
yes, I mean even the movie started out with him stealing bases.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Like the first 5 minutes of the movie, he was stealing bases and getting married. So,
right.
Okay, well, shit. Okay.
But they said that during his audition, one of the reasons why he got picked was he chose the scene where he went to the dugout after they was like getting at him, like I think it was the white coach, that racist coach, and then he went into the. So the scene where he goes into the dugout and has he goes into the dugout, has the bat, and he cracks the bat up against the wall. Mm-hmm. Like he used that scene to the audition. That's his. That's audition.
A great scene, but
so that was one thing that I think read about in regards to his auditioning for that. Secondly, this was the first movie I watched, so it's like, let me just throw on 42 first. So that was the first Chadwick movie that I watched over the past 2 weeks. So watching that movie, I was like, damn, these historical movies, going back to the segregation and racist Jim Crow.
Gonna stop these unemployments, these crack wars. Gonna change what's bad to good, like a black community should. Come on, y'all. Woo!
You were going places.
Yeah, I was getting triggered watching 42. I'm like, God damn, boy.
That's why that was going through your mind when you was.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because it was like that. The whole movie was that. Like, yeah. I don't want to play with him. He's black. And then it got.
And that's also why I just wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't really. I was just like, damn. Because I don't know if the memes know how I feel about like historical pieces. It's like you keep putting us back into these slave. You keep showing us these slave movies. What happened during Jim Crow? What happened during the civil rights? What happened during the crack epidemic? What happened? Like all these different things you keep throwing at us, and it keeps us in that frame of mind. And like I said, I was triggered because it's like, damn, I'm tired of seeing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I already know the story. I know, and that's the argument we got with Trey Wash and Pops and all that. With they was holding on to the history. Oh, you don't want to see your history? That's our history. And I'm like, well, what about the future? Goddamn. Like,
what about the present, my guy?
The present is the goddamn past. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, what?
I get what he's saying.
I know, the present is the past. Like, wait, what the fuck? How, nigga? No, but I understand what you're saying. I remember that argument. I feel where they're coming from now, because the one thing I start getting out of these movies now is they'll put this stuff out there, and I see a lot of people like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad." Like, yeah, it's actually worse. They dumbed it down a little bit to make it palatable.
They whitened it up so that
it
it's not as bad as what it actually was.
Like, I'm pretty sure that when he didn't say, "I don't want to play with him, he's black."
I know that ain't what he said.
I think like 10 niggas jumped him like every day or some shit.
And I'm sure at the beginning when they was trying to get on the plane, that ain't how that stewardess actually treated them. I'm pretty sure it was worse. Pretty sure.
And then I had that one scene where he was like, "Hey, come take a shower with us."
That never.
Yeah, that would never happen.
But not like that. Not like that. Not like that. So it was just like, come on. And it was like, and also just to put myself in that mindset, like, damn, you love the game that much the way you're willing to go through that to be able to play. Like, he was doing fine in the Negro League, but it's like,
there ain't no money there.
Yeah, of course, there's no money there. But damn, are you ready to put your life on the line just to play baseball?
For the money.
Because I ain't gonna say what I would have done.
He was getting $3,500 a month.
That was great money.
Imagine how much that was.
I don't even get that now.
So
I'm broke as fuck.
Well, nigga should play some baseball.
Start running.
Well, so maybe you should have watched the movie earlier. Learn the jacket.
Man.
But I mean,
I only make like $800 a month.
$800?
Yeah, man.
You mean a week?
A month.
You're a lie. Shut up.
So watching that movie, triggered. Great movie, but triggered. But then it was like, So
the acting was great.
The acting was cool.
The acting was great.
Wait. Use the words. Acting was cool.
Because he checked the shit out of me earlier about my verbiage.
No. That was well deserved.
Yeah. Don't even try that. Ma Rainey, 42.
Okay. Ma Rainey, 42.
Gotcha.
I get it.
Get on up.
It goes
42.
Get on up, then Ma Rainey, then 42 even falls.
No, I don't even put 42. It's not even. It's like I said, not said it was trash or anything, but it's like, but even with like Black Panther, like
we put Black Panther.
Black Panther's up there for the imagery and the impact, but it's like when you look at acting, not 42, but Ma Rainey and Get On Up, it's like, yeah, I would put T'Challa because he had to, he studied accent and all that and stayed, and then that one scene that I was telling you about.
To make you happy, since you were talking shit on the Jason's Lyric episode about people not practicing accents and whatever and whatnot. Look at what he gave us. 4 different accents for one dude.
Diversity.
So what's next on that list?
What's next? What's next would be Get On Up.
Gotta get on up. Yeah. And you can sit down.
Get on up.
So I talked to Trey Wash before watching this. So this was the second movie I watched. So Trey Wash, and I didn't really, I think Lifetime fucked it up for me because I'm not really into biopics. Because I'm like, damn, y'all gonna fuck this up. Y'all gonna misrepresent this person.
You gonna look for Purple Rain and get Lavender Mist.
Lavender Mist.
Lavender Mist.
Lavender Mist. So, hey, wait a minute. Who is this Hispanic man playing Prince Roger? So
His name is Prince Rodriguez.
Prince Roberto.
Prince didn't talk like that.
Purple wave, red wave,
Purple wave.
No wave.
purple wave.
It was a Prince in a Nueve.
So yeah, so talking to Trey Wash, and she was saying, "Oh yeah, I seen it. I didn't really like it." And I was like, "Damn, did it seem like he studied Eddie Murphy on SNL for this part?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah, yeah." So I was like, "Damn." So going into the movie, I have this these preconceived thoughts like, this ain't gonna be good. It's gonna be trash.
Why'd you call me? I saw it when it came out.
You don't pick up your phone.
First of all,
I was working.
First of all, let's be clear.
Hey, let's be clear.
This is my daddy's house. No. First of all, let's be clear. You do not answer your phone
at certain times.
No, you have to be texted multiple times in order for you to respond, and then you have to be called. Nigga, ain't nobody got that type of time to ask a question.
If he wants to reel on to get on up, you got to.
It's a real.
I'll just watch it.
Hip hop.
I'll just watch it. I'll just watch it.
You better off.
So you want to formulate your own opinions, huh?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, that nigga just Stevie J'd you. Oh, so now you're thinking for yourself. It's my bus.
So yeah, so superb, stellar, extraordinary.
Amazeballs.
I'm agreeing with all of this. I didn't think that we would get a scene where he would do my favorite James Brown thing. He was there, yeah. He was there, yeah. And he did that shit. And that shit was perfect. And then his feet started out. It was a great movie.
Now, when it first started, like when it first came on, I'm like, damn, that ain't Chadwick. They got the goddamn Edie Murphy makeup on them.
Oh yeah, when you
goddamn Meet the Clumps makeup.
When he had the shotgun in the office.
That's when he got arrested looking like a Thundercat. That's what James looked like.
Loki, yeah, you did.
That's and that's exactly.
And you see that? You ever seen that video of him like on that talk show?
Big ass glasses.
Yeah,
I've seen them. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but it was like all of the the trailers, and you don't see that part. You just see like him as a young James Brown.
Right.
So when that came on, I was like, what the fuck?
No, I mean James Brown did get old.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I'm not questioning that. It's just more so like,
and James Brown was a young old nigga. Like he was a very old looking young nigga, even when he was a young dude.
That was back in the day.
He looked old.
That was like back in the day. Like people didn't look like how we look young at 40. Like people was looking old at 21 back in the day. Like, man, hey, what?
The coke was pure.
Before coke, the struggle was real. So when it first came on, they showed that, and it was like, damn, this is about to be a comedy. So I was like, okay.
No, that was a real situation. That was right after he found out. I mean, he's got a lot of kids, but Teddy was his favorite.
Oh, after Teddy passed in
the
car accident.
That happened directly after Teddy passed away in the car accident. Something real stupid. It was a real life incident. Something real stupid, like a bitch using his personal bathroom at a building that he owned, set him off. He was high as fuck. Led the police on a multi-county police chase. And they roughed him up because his mugshot he looked like a fucking Thundercat. Like he looked fucked up.
Well, I didn't know about that situation. I knew they just didn't make it up. So I knew it happened, but I didn't have pre-knowledge of it.
Okay.
But overall, like I said, just to get down the mannerisms of James Brown, there was no break in character. The accent, how he talked, flawless.
So one thing I read about that, they said he didn't break character when he did that movie, and everybody thought, oh yeah, he's a great method actor, and it was more so he's like, no, the only way I can keep this voice up if I continuously do it.
You can get this on your mug shot, on a coffee mug.
Yeah.
Oh, that picture.
Yes.
I've seen that plenty of times.
Yes, that's that day.
That same day, yeah.
That's that day. That's that green
Jumpsuit.
velour sweatsuit. That's that day. Looking like that nigga look like Lionel, don't he?
Lionel. So yeah, just throughout the whole movie, just like I like how it was put together from beginning to end. It took its time. We've had these back and forths, or not even back and forth, the discussions in regards to like how we talked about Coming to America 2. Like it's like fast, like damn, like y'all just jump through all these damn hoops. And then even with All Eyes on Me, the Tupac biopic, it was like, I get that because it's like Pac did so much in a short amount of time. Like you can't get that down to 2 hours. So, but it was like with this, like you went through pretty much his life.
And this movie was longer than 2 hours, no?
Yeah, it was 2 and probably like 2.5. Yeah. Shit, there wasn't All Eyes on Me 2.5?
Was it 2.5? I thought that was just 2, like probably 2:10, 2:15.
I'm mad that you keep looking at me like I've seen it.
No, I'm not even looking at you.
No,
like
he looked at me. Oh. Nigga, I would never disrespect myself.
So we disrespected ourselves?
Yeah. And then you disrespected me by trying to show it to me.
No, I just showed you a scene after we watched it.
2 hours and 19 minutes.
What, All Eyes on Me?
Yeah.
Okay. But they took their time and it was like, it flowed.
It was a seamless. Yeah,
seamless flow. So I'm trying to think and watch so many movies. Goddamn.
I have notes.
You gonna read from them?
I would love to.
Go ahead.
So I had a conversation with Christ the one time I got him to answer the phone. Shout out to you for what you gave me.
Thank you.
But I had a conversation with him about the guy, Little Richard, but I'm going to refer to him as Lil Richie.
Lil.
And him talking about the esoteric aspect of the music industry and describing Lucy as being a white devil or a music exec. Chadwick is continuously getting caught with his pants down. This like third movie I didn't see with him getting caught with his pants down. And then I wanted to point out that Viola was there for like the epic rise of his career, and then there at the very end of his career, she played his mom in Get On Up, and then she was a mother type in Ma Rainey, the lead singer in the band.
Yeah, he had a rough upbringing, James Brown.
I also I appreciate that they told truths. I never wanted to watch this movie because I thought that they would not tell the truth. They did not tell all of the truths, but they told the truth. So I appreciate it. I told you that I was upset that this is the bitch that they talked about him beating.
Oh.
And not the most important woman that he put hands on.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
I am devastated that they did not go more in depth on what happened after he passed.
When did he pass?
Christmas Day, 2006.
Okay.
You talking about how the
fighting over his estate. He
wasn't buried for like some time,
like 3 months almost.
They did they sent his body like all over the United States and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
The leg was cut off for a DNA test for a little boy that ended up not being his with his current wife. That marriage wasn't legal. He was still married to another. Like there was a whole big drama that went on. He left his kids nothing.
Sounds like James.
Nothing.
Let's see.
If Teddy was alive, I'm sure he would have left him everything, but he left his kids nothing.
I think you'd probably do a movie off of what happened afterwards, like you said.
Yeah, I because I'd always heard about his relationship with Pops. I was glad to see that.
Okay.
I have questions about him and Mr. Bird. Because how dare you, my nigga? Like real shit. How dare you? This man got you out of jail. You didn't have no family. You would have stayed in there from 3 to 5.
For a suit.
For a 3-piece suit. He would have served a year for every piece of that suit. If Mr. Bird wouldn't have got you out and offered you his home and his family, literally offered you his family because you up there fucking his sister. And what does he get in return? You disrespect him consistently. You stole his band. And then in the end, when he's just having a conversation with you, you done got so big and outside of yourself that you don't understand that the person you call your best friend is relaying a dream of his to you.
Oh, that part.
And you take it so personal. And then when he finally is like, I'm done, you like, well, what the fuck you think I'm gonna do? I'm supposed to cry? And he was like, no, don't cry. You been by yourself. He walk off. And you like, where you going? Like he's supposed to, like, come on back. Like, we got a show tomorrow. Like,
nah.
How dare you, James?
But you got a show tomorrow.
Like, how dare you? I think that made me the most upset. I would also like to ask if he suffered from bipolar or schizophrenic implications, because I noticed that every time he got hit in that movie, music would start to play.
Oh, okay.
Even when he was a little boy, his dad whooped his ass. He ran out to the woods, started singing. He was a young boy had his hand tied behind his back, one arm boxing other little niggas, got knocked down, and the band started playing. I got it. Got into a fight later on, that started playing. When he got into a fight in a jail, music did he suffer from something? He was a genius musically, but did he suffer from something? Because most geniuses do.
Yep, I would say he probably did.
Yeah, the hustle, like how he pretty much was like, hey, we're gonna do it this way. You know, if we do it this way, then boom, 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 boom. He just didn't do it on the terms of the record execs. He was pretty much like, hey,
I want a live band.
I got streets.
Yeah, I want a live band. I want a live band because if I get a live band, we'll get more money. The record label don't want to pay for it. I'll pay for it myself, but I'm gonna pocket that money.
The gate.
Also, let's stop paying the gate. Let's get lowly
street team,
not just a street team, but get the radio jockeys who aren't getting paid anything. As the radio jockey said, fuck payola, which was a big thing in Dreamgirls. So fuck payola because they're not paying me. You're offering me more than what I get paid in a week to promote your one show. You get to take the gate. You get ticket sales. Free promotion, pretty much. You pay this nigga $50, he only get paid 10 a week. It's free money for you.
Facts.
James
and Sam were very instrumental in a lot, like a Puff and all that stuff. It was James and Sam doing it first.
Yeah. And you got a money man on your side. This is not racist in any way. I don't mean it that way, but Jewish men are very good with numbers and money.
Don't say that.
Edit that out.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, even if you're giving them credit, you're gonna go on that apology tour, goddamn.
They are.
You're gonna go to that museum. And then all of a sudden he has, oh yeah, my grandparents were Jewish.
He had Pops to keep all of that in line. If you notice, after Pops passed away in the movie, that's when all of his financial ventures started to go left. And he was unable to pay the band. He was unable to keep his restaurants going. Pops was his money dude.
Right.
That's how it happens. Normally happens though. So it's part of the game.
When you watched it, what did you think?
That was a standout performance. That's why I said this was before Black Panther, before Civil War, all that stuff. I just saw that shit and I was just like, hey, didn't know who the guy was. So I was like, yo, who the fuck did this shit? Killed that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that was James. because I don't say that very often about when they do like biopics.
You can call it a biopic.
Thank you. The biopics. So Malcolm, Denzel, that was like Malcolm, but Denzel was Malcolm at certain points in that movie for me.
Right.
Except for that one scene.
Where he turned into Denzel.
Yeah. We did that ball on the nigga head. Yeah. Nigga, don't you ever in your life say it get mad.
Like, damn, ain't that train today?
Yeah. That's Alonzo, nigga. Like, that's not Denzel.
It's not Malcolm.
Yeah. No, but it's very, like you said, it's very hard to try to play someone, especially of that magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
He killed that, like Will Smith and Ali.
I enjoyed Ali so much.
I enjoyed it, but still, I saw Will Smith playing Ali.
I did, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, but it's just like it takes a certain type of actor. That's why I knew you were special. Because I was like, oh, then I found out I was the same dude who played Jackie Robinson and shit. I was like, so I made the joke back then, like, damn, he gonna play every black historical figure and shit.
And then he did.
Yeah, he kept it going.
What about Jaime Fax as Ray Charles?
There we go. And I'm not even a Jamie Foxx fan,
but
I was just gonna do the exact same thing. That was you were born to do that role. Certain things you were just born to do. I can see Chadwick doing
absolutely
him being Black Panther and James Brown.
Yeah,
Jamie doing Ray, Malcolm and Denzel.
All right.
I'm trying to see if I can
Flex.
Flex and Michael Jackson. That had to happen.
I can only compare Flex as Michael Jackson to Chadwick as Thurgood, but we'll get there.
So what we got next? Honky Hoedown. Honky Hoedowns.
We're not doing that. It's called Gods of Egypt.
No, I'm talking about in Get On Up. He said that.
Oh yeah, he's not doing that. But I mean, what's next is
we don't do that here.
What's next is Gods of Egypt.
Okay.
In his
Honky Hoedowns.
Honky Hoedown.
Timing. Divine.
What's next is Gods of Egypt.
Who's next?
I appreciated Gods of Egypt not because it was white people playing gads. I have an affinity for mythology. You know me. You know I like that type of shit. I don't give a fuck who's playing it.
You need to.
Tell me a story. I play God of War, my dude. I watch some dude that ain't got nothing to do with the Greek or African pantheons rip through every mythological page he could possibly rip through and kill everybody. I don't care.
So you would have, once the meme blows up, do you want to have Alicia Silverstone play you?
And you know what? Cher is more than welcome to come have my chair.
I said Alicia Silverstone.
That's her name in Clueless, my guy. I know who you're talking about.
I thought you were talking about Sonny and Cher.
No, Cher, yeah.
I didn't watch that movie like that.
You see,
I seen it,
but
I don't know
you just stop pulling random names out the air.
I know who she is though.
You don't.
Yeah, I do. She was in Clueless. I knew that.
Her name was Cher in Clueless.
Oh, well, again.
So I don't mind that. I did not mind that they used white people. I know that white people weren't Greek, and they didn't use a lot of African gods actually in that movie.
It's called Gods of Egypt.
But it was it's called, but it actually
gods.
It actually wasn't. It's like of Gods and Men watching that Exodus movie where it wasn't what you thought. Like they mixed a whole bunch of stuff that didn't even go together.
Stop caping for them.
No, people just don't know their history.
Well,
they didn't know their history.
Egypt, they ain't know their history either.
The gods in Russia.
They could have been gods in Greece. Shit.
They could have played some Norse gods. I wouldn't have minded.
Who would play Odin?
Probably Sir Anthony Hopkins.
The same dude that's playing Odin in American Gods.
No. Sir Anthony Hopkins
That's a good one.
would do that. Continue his role. But I didn't mind. I get it. I get why black people are mad, but Chad was in it. He played the smartest god. He got ripped apart. I mean, Oh, I liked it.
He got killed.
Yeah.
See again, he was the only black person in there?
Yeah.
And he got ripped apart?
Yeah.
And he was thought this from Egypt. That's an Egyptian god.
Most of the guys got ripped apart. I think there were only 2 left at the
What
end.
are the white ones?
They got ripped apart too.
Were they actually gods?
Yeah.
Oh.
They got
I don't like the imagery.
They got murdered.
I don't like the imagery.
Oh, okay. It was a war. A war amongst.
Not everyone can be LL and survive.
Yeah.
Through the whole movie.
Deepest, bluest. My head is like a shark fin. Like, why do I know that?
Yeah, get out.
Did you have the Deep Blue Sea soundtrack?
I did that.
I think you did bring it up as what we should have done for season 7.
I never said,
I could have swore.
I never said that. No, because I also know the any given you can't hold me.
Oh,
Get off me. I am a product of BET.
After Robert Johnson sold it?
And before.
Was this before or after Rap City went off the air?
Deep Blue was played at the end of Deep Blue Sea, so you know that song. Like, I watched Deep Blue Sea. I thought it was funny.
Never saw it.
Wow. And then Any Given Sunday, that song was played on like Ceda's World during the day.
Ceda's World. Shout out to BET for being ahead of the game, having the animated
the virtual
So
the avatar.
I watched
trying to let us know
Ratchet avatar.
I watched it. I saw it. I seen it. It is what it is. I can't stop myself from knowing what I know.
But how was Chadwick's performance?
Chadwick, it was a minor role.
That was it. It
wasn't a co-starring role. It was a minor role, and I remember it because I liked the movie.
Okay.
He was acting like he normally acts.
Was it better acting than 42?
No.
Jesus.
It was a small role.
But was he there long enough to even get off?
No, he wasn't there long enough to do that. It was a small role.
So we spent more time talking about it than he's actually in the movie.
Yes.
All right. So he did great in that movie.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk.
It was a big screen movie, though. You get what I'm saying? Just shout out to him.
I ain't trying to hear about no colonizers.
Yeah, Killmonger.
Yeah.
That was his name for the day. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that.
He can call all white people colonizers, but I can't call Jewish people excellent money men. That don't make no sense.
Well, shit, Jay did it, and goddamn, he had to. They would try to make him apologize.
I don't apologize.
You will. You will. Keep it up.
Will do.
Well, yeah, that movie. They already know they fucked up with that bullshit. So, fuck that movie.
You should watch Exodus too.
Nah.
Are there any black people in that one?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
What is that, Moses?
I think so.
Oh my God.
I ain't trying to watch that. I'm trying to watch that. I don't see that either. What's next?
What's next?
Hurry up. I'm getting pissed off.
Whoa. Sorry, my phone locked.
Would it be Civil War?
Next would be Civil War.
Told you.
Now you can run through like the appearances that he made. You can just run through those. We already did a whole show on Black Panther, so we don't got to go through that.
The acting in Civil War was great. The fighting sequences were great. I don't have a lot to say about Civil War.
I ain't never seen it.
I know you haven't.
Get with it, bro.
But you fell asleep on 42.
I tried to get him.
I think I fell asleep on Civil War too.
I tried to get him to get with it like so many times. He don't want to do it.
I'll watch.
He got mad. No, he got
fuck
mad
that
at
Guardian of the Galaxy.
He got mad at Groot.
Nigga, what?
He got mad at Groot for dancing.
Hey, bro, I'm still saying this about Guardians of the Galaxy. I had the exact same mind frame when this shit came out. Cause I was like, where the fuck did this shit come from? That shit's fire, bro.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm just like, I just need to get past.
And he wouldn't.
The
that was just like that one day. I was like, I don't watch this shit.
The dancing tree.
I was in the mood. I wasn't in the mood to watch it that day. So it wasn't like, fuck this movie. I ain't trying to fuck with this shit ever again.
Nigga, that was 3 years ago.
But shit, we got fire ass movies that came out since then, but
it's been
Like Gemini Man.
It's been 3, almost 4 years since I watched Peter Quill and his merry band of mismatched socks run up in his real dad's house, burn his shit down, and then steal his pet roach. Mantis.
Yeah. It takes time to sit and watch those. And I don't just want to watch one and be like, oh, okay, the next year I watch the other ones. Like, I got to sit down and...
He needs to go on vacation. A Marvel vacation.
I've seen this man watch some of the... I'm quiet.
The illest shit ever, nigga. What you talking about?
I'm quiet. You.
Hey. What? No,
I'm out of here.
This nigga forget we be together all the fucking time, and I see the shit he watch.
But no, I have one thing to say. So you're not seeing Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you seen the last season of Black Mirror?
Yeah.
I don't hear a goddamn thing out of your mouth. So you saw Falcon.
But no, don't do that.
This nigga took time out of his day on multiple days to look up certain types of movies.
But you know,
and some of the shit don't even be in English, my dude.
But you ain't got time.
Nigga, Dark was not popping.
It was
fire. Exactly. Fuck out of here.
It was
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Counterpart was fire, nigga.
It was. Hey,
I don't want to hear it.
I will never front on my dude H Smooth. Not ever.
Oh, H Smooth.
H Smooth. Howard Silk. I will never be mad about Hummins.
Yeah.
I will.
So we didn't name three joints that I just sat and watched, and it was fire. And these are TV shows. These ain't movies.
What about that one movie that you couldn't wait to watch and then fell asleep on?
All of them.
And then
who? Tenet.
and
then the other one about the virtual reality, or we are living in a.
Oh, you talking about with your boy Rembrandt?
Watch multiple seasons of Sliders, my guy.
No, I just watched one season. It was I was
no,
just out of options. I was
we're living in a.
Guardians of the Galaxy right there.
Oh, that was a documentary.
We're living in a simulation. Couldn't wait to watch it.
Yeah, because we're talking about
Turn
simulation.
the movie on.
I fell asleep because it was trash.
I'm watching
it was
the
slow.
shit.
It was slow.
I'm watching it. He's not.
Yeah, it was slow. I was like, cool. I mean, sometimes you got misses, but again,
But we can't watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, but again, I gotta be in the mind frame, and then, like I said, I'm not just trying to watch the Civil War, Guardian of the Galaxy, or just watch one and then be done. There's like a whole goddamn series that I have to sit and watch because I want to understand. Because there's a lot of connections.
I sent you that years ago because you asked me and you said you were gonna start and never got there.
Yeah, because like I said, my mindset is on something else.
Nigga, have you seen Iron Man?
No.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to tell you. Me and you have that.
You understand?
Okay.
And also, remember, at the time, I didn't go back and watch them until like 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, was it between Black Panther and
that you went?
Infinity
yeah,
War.
that you started.
I finished everything right before Infinity War happened. I finished all of them, so I remember that now. Thank you. Where were you?
I mean, he was there. We went to Black Panther together. We went to Infinity War together. We went to Endgame together.
It wasn't enough. Didn't you sing Loki?
Yeah, I watched that. I sat and watched
that WandaVision.
No, I didn't watch that. I haven't watched it yet.
We watched one episode.
You should watch WandaVision. It's good.
Okay, but continue.
Sorry, yes.
So we don't got to go through the Marvel stuff. So next would be Marshall.
That's right. You fell asleep. Well, yet again.
Yes.
I watched Marshall. The acting was good. The acting was very good. My only issue.
Wait, was that a fake Jonah Hill in that movie?
That's Josh Gad.
Yeah,
okay. That's Josh Gad.
I call him the fake Jonah Hill.
He's a comedian. He doesn't really do serious roles, but it was nice to see him in this serious role because he did a good job. But my problem was, this is the color of Thurgood Marshall. This is the color of fucking Chadwick. Like, how, my guy?
What if he was darker back then? He just got lighter over
That's
the years.
not how that happened.
Boy, Michael.
He had not vitiligo, but he had that Uncle Ruckus.
Run it back.
Okay, so but that was an issue for me. Like we got mad at Zoe for getting darker to do Nina Simone.
I didn't really have a problem with that. I just saw the outrage. I was like, damn, she just an actress trying to play a role.
We got
Why
mad.
can't we get a dark skinned person?
We got mad at Flex.
Why didn't the dark skinned people do better auditions?
That's awesome. But
that could be politics.
We got mad at Flex for lightening his skin up.
No, we already know that's politics. That was no audition.
Flex just got it like that. I don't understand what.
You know, where you say he was on.
He is a friend of.
He was on every episode of. What's this
Unsang It.
Unsung.
He is on every episode of Unsang It. So how they let him go broke?
I think he was on the Sam Cooke Unsung too.
How you know him? How you wasn't even born?
But and then my other issue is I have never researched this case that they did the movie on. I knew what it was 30 minutes in. No bullshit. I knew that they fucked and he didn't rape her.
That's how it normally happens.
But I knew it.
In the movies, rather.
I knew it off, like, I just knew it. And that made me mad.
Just like how you knew Bandersnatch.
Why you bring up the dumb, like, why do you do that?
Another fire-ass movie.
That's between us.
So which version of Bandersnatch?
No. So, okay.
She thought she knew it. Like, oh, the mom is buried in the yard. Out of 100 different scenarios, she was never buried in the yard. Because she swore it up and down. I already know what's going to happen. I'm like, no, you don't. Because I still hadn't figured it out. I don't even think I want to figure it out.
Yes, I said the mom.
How's she acting right now? I knew off rip.
I say that shit a lot. And he'd be like, and every time I say I know something, he'd be like, remember Bandersnatch?
Another fire-ass movie.
But no, I did know that they fucked consensually. I did not think that he would get off, though. That was surprising. I thought that he would go to jail.
Or they would they would kill him.
Or they would hang him.
Before he even got to a verdict.
Right. I was surprised that he wasn't hung already.
That's fair.
I thought that he was going to go to jail for a very long time because, I mean, what he said was true. Look at her. Look at me. I could never be with a white lady like that without repercussions of death.
So why was you with the white woman?
So it must have been fire. Who's got that fire? So, I mean, I didn't think that he would get off.
So once again, the black man risks his life for a piece of white poontang.
I mean, it wasn't being treated nicely, and it was nice and comfy because her husband wasn't working with nothing. That's why he beat her.
Okay, but still, black man risking your life.
Yeah, sure.
Malcolm did with Sophia.
Fuck it.
I cried 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it.
But young Malcolm was
take me to the jail.
Take it to the stage. But yeah, with Marshall, I thought it was gonna be a whole biopic, like his life, but they just focused on that one case.
One case.
So watching the movie, I was like, okay, cool. I like the case itself. There's a lot of suspense. I was like, okay, is he gonna get off? Is he gonna take the plea deal at the end when Marshall had left and was like, hey, I need you to say this, and then he was like, hey, I can get you, da da da. We don't know, because if they find you guilty, boy, you out of here. So I was like, oh, is he gonna take it? What's gonna happen? So he didn't really talk much in the movie. Due to the nature of the conditions set by the judge.
Correct.
So it was mostly Gad that was pretty much leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much enjoyed it. So it was like, okay, cool. I rocks with the Marshall movie.
You know what I would have really preferred to see, though?
What was that?
Not saying any disrespect to this case, but the case that he had to run off to next. The little black boy accused of murdering the white cop.
So you think she should have did a Marshall series?
No, I think they should have did that case.
Oh, okay, got you.
I would have preferred to see that case over this.
Let me do some research on that. See what happened.
Yeah.
Because it may not have ended the same way.
It may not have ended the same way, but this is a one-off. Most cases didn't end this way that he did.
Fair. That case probably ended that way in real life. They made it probably make it look nice.
No, it ended that. I mean, he got off. He was acquitted, but
what happened to him when he left? When
right,
he got into the streets.
Right, but I would have loved
to.
I would have loved to see a case be represented that meant something today.
I see what you're saying.
Well, they don't want to show that a black boy killing a white cop, and if he did get off.
But they have a movie called Karen's coming out. So I don't want to...
Well, that's pretty much just playing on the stereotype of the goofiness that's happening in these streets.
But what's going on today is little black kids getting killed by cops, but we can't...
But you're not going to see a black boy kill a white cop.
There's a movie out like that. Isn't
American
it called...
Skin?
American Skin, yeah.
And also...
He didn't do nothing?
But wasn't Black and Blue about a white cop getting killed?
No. It was some dirty cops who killed some people and tried to frame it. And then she happened to see it, of course.
There's a movie about a white cop being killed out. I know it is.
What about
But you might have one movie, but then you got 100,000 movies,
right? And that movie's not gonna get as much.
Yes, that don't have the same effect mentally.
Okay.
Now with the Marshall movie, you spoke of Marshall being the color of this wall and Chad being the cover of this mic stand. So Chad spoke about that on the Breakfast Club interview. He said that Thurgood Marshall's son wrote him a letter because even he was like, I can't play Thurgood Marshall. I'm darker than him. So Chadwick already knew like this ain't, and I think this was during the time where he was like, I'm not trying to play any more, not doing any more biopics just due to that. Well, not just due to that, but just like, hey, I don't want to get pigeonholed in regards to that. But Thurgood Marshall's son wrote him a letter saying like, hey, I would like for you to portray my father. So that's one of the reasons why he took that role, even though he knew the colorism, that situation. So also we saw your boy Juicy.
Smoothie.
So he played Langston Hughes.
And this is a good question you asked me.
I didn't know Langston Hughes was gay.
He was.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the Harlem Renaissance poets and artists were fluid. Zora was as well fluid.
You say or do you say
No, I just said
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, Andra Day was in there. She was the singer.
Andra.
Yeah, sorry. That's your sister.
No,
Andra.
I actually really like Andra.
That's the one that played Billie Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if this was like, was she actually playing Billie? But of course, they had her as the singer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you can't use other people's likeness unless you have permission. But I was like, did she get that role based off of that?
No.
Okay.
It's too long ago.
It was 17, and the Billie Holiday movie came out last year, 2020. It's 3 years.
It could happen.
I don't think you do a nightclub scene where you're getting seen singing for 5 seconds and they're like, her.
Billie Holiday.
Wait, who played Billie Holiday in X?
Oh, and the steel and the chill. No, of the night.
Was it who?
Damn, who was that? I see the face. I think
it was Lita Rashawn.
I want to say it was. I want to say Mickey Howard.
That might have been Mickey Howard.
Because I can see the face. I knew it wasn't Lila Rashawn. But yeah, look that up, sir.
Right now.
Also, did y'all notice Trayvon Martin's pops at the end of the movie?
First of all, I don't know what his parents look like to just notice.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, dang, he look familiar.
What was he doing?
He was at the end. Remember when they were? I think he showed up at the next case.
Okay.
The father, that was Trayvon Martin's father.
Hey, and shout out to the stuttering man who needed $5 in that Spike Lee joint.
Oh, Smiley.
Do the right thing.
Smiley.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? He was in,
he was an artist. He was the head person of the NAACP, as they called it in the movie.
Okay, Dresser. No, that was Dresser.
That's not Dresser.
That's Dresser. Oh, no, it wasn't Dresser. That wasn't Dresser.
You are wrong.
Hey, that man turned all around.
That's 2.
That's 3.
No, that's 2. Nigga said Felicia Rashad was in Panther.
Not Panther. That's
Black
3.
Panther,
That's
Panther.
3 now.
Black Panther. I forgot about.
He said
Panther.
she was in a movie with Mario.
Maribel Peebles. It was Mickey Howard.
All right, that takes one off the board.
No, it doesn't.
That takes one off the board because y'all didn't know. That was a more difficult one.
I haven't seen X in so many years.
I haven't either, but I was just like I said, I remember.
Y'all apparently studied it. I did not.
No, I didn't. I just remember faces.
Leela Rashawn was it though.
I didn't watch it like that. I think I seen X once.
What?
But then you out here caping for gods of each. Man, get out of here.
I like what I like.
Nah, disrespectful. Yeah.
Nigga, how many black movies have you not seen?
Most of them.
Fuck out of my face.
I ain't seen all of them. What you talking about?
Car Wash.
I seen that.
What's
Richie
the movie
Pyru?
that we keep asking him, has he seen it? He ain't seen it yet. A lot of them.
Name the movie.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
I'll go
you
back.
Seen the new Tyler Perry movie?
No, I'll go back. I'll go back in the. I'll go back in the shows.
Those aren't black movies.
I'll go back.
Black people in them.
I'll go back since you said we up on Spotify. I'll go and I'll listen because it's been since season 7 that you said you haven't seen.
Well, season 7 is no longer on Spotify, so you got to go straight to Patreon.
Is it attached to the videos?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Fuck. Y'all want to give me $100? I'll put them up. You got to pay for that space on Blueberry. That's why I'm just saying, just give me $100 so I can put all of season 7. That's, you know how many megabytes of those that is, and how much that's going to cost?
$100 a piece?
No, I said just give me $100.
I got you. Is it worth it?
Hell yeah. It's not.
Don't y'all got it? I'll just send it to y'all. Y'all can listen to it on the Google Drive.
I got the which go. I got all the files.
But you don't have all the new ones though. Yours stop at 74.
True.
I think mine are uploaded to my computer.
So we got next
my laptop.
21, bud. 21 Bridges.
I fell asleep the first time. It did not keep me engaged. For this, he directed it. Visuals were okay.
He co-produced.
The act. Oh, okay. Whatever.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
He fucks up all the time, so y'all excuse me.
You didn't know that was Mickey Howard though. Fuck with me.
Nigga, you didn't know that Felicia Rashad wasn't in Panther.
Black Panther.
Nigga, you said Panther and then you said Black Panther.
Felicia Rashad was the grandmother of
you
Black
also
Panther.
you also said that Chadwick coached her. You called her the mentee.
Well, we see the greatness. Sometimes you gotta let greatness be.
It's a two-way street. She learned something from him too. I'm pretty sure she did. Let's not disrespect Chad like that. Continue to appreciate.
But the acting was good. I just
like the storyline. It wasn't really the acting. It was just more so the storyline.
I just watched it for the acting because if I watched it for the storyline, I didn't care.
I'm telling you, that made it hard for me to watch the movies. I have to watch the movies for an overall purpose for me to stay engaged.
I was trying to watch it for the acting because I wasn't interested.
I understand that.
Well, I liked the movie. I liked it. Man,
What did you like about it?
I liked.
What'd he say?
What'd he say? So yeah, I like the it wasn't predictable. Nah, I knew it was gonna happen, but it wasn't. I knew it was gonna happen, but it wasn't predictable.
It was predictable, but I predicted
This nigga's mystical. I'm unpredictable.
But I like the storyline for the most part, and your boy H Smooth was in there, so you know.
And he told me that. Now,
Then you went to go
and
watch
then
it.
I went to go watch.
And then you fell asleep on your boy H Smooth.
So you're sleeping on your boy.
First of all, that ain't the first time I've slept on H Smooth. I fell asleep on him a lot when he was in Oz.
So
we talking about Harold, or we talking about goddamn?
No, he played the racist Nazi guy.
Oh goddamn!
the Aryan.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn! Oh my god!
And then
Stringer.
Yeah,
not Stringer. God dang it!
it was something like that.
Oh my god! That's like the first show that I really watched. I should know this one, but it's all watched.
Boo Smiles, Mama.
Whenever I watch the those commercials he's in now with the
we are farmers. Bum, ba-da-dum, that's H Smooth.
Yeah, I gotta cut that off. That's not how I remember him.
So yeah, I like the storyline. Your boy went from ruling Wakanda to taking down a whole precinct of dirty cops.
Niggas.
If that ain't a black superhero, but I don't know what it is.
Shaft did that too. Also, niggas not out here minding their business.
So he should have shut the fuck up.
And minded your motherfucking business. This is how niggas die. Niggas die every day, B.
But his pops got killed based on the dirty shit that was going on in the precinct.
Again.
Did those cops kill him?
I don't know. I gotta go watch it again. Because they showed it at the beginning, the very, very beginning. Then you get caught up in what was happening in present day. Mm-hmm. So I forgot, I just missed that part. I just remember the funeral.
It's what's happening now.
So
fuck whatever happened before. I'm what's happening now.
So it was just more so okay, boom, you didn't saved Wakanda.
You didn't see it.
And then you saved New York City. I like the twist. It was more so okay, you think it was this dude that did it, but then there was a whole different conspiracy going on. Kind of like with the kill hole shit.
That's really putting Brooklyn on a nigga's back.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?
Where Brooklyn at?
So yeah, I like the twist. And like I said, it was just a lot of suspense, action. It was cool. It was a nice look, a good look. He co-produced it, so it's okay. I can see the potential. Mm-hmm. So it was okay, from that angle. There wasn't no trash movie. God damn, this.
I didn't say it was trash.
No, I'm just saying
it was disinteresting.
Okay.
After what I had already seen,
from Black Panther to this.
Watching the movies over the past 2 weeks. After what I had already seen, it was disinteresting.
Makes sense.
Right. I didn't see it, but I agree. Yeah. I didn't like it either.
Now we can go to the Five Blood.
Oh my god! Okay, so finally I can join the conversation now. So, Five Blood was a terrible fucking movie. I'm at the conversation now.
Y'all go ahead.
No, the next is Ma Rainey.
No.
Oh, Ma Rainey came out last.
Yeah, that's the last.
That came out after he passed.
Yeah.
So did the Five Bloods.
But that came out first.
Yeah, Five Bloods came out first.
Okay. Because they were both 2020.
Yeah, but it was Five Bloods. Trust me.
Okay, so. Ooh.
You know what? I feel like going on too. Let's go on.
Nigga, I feel like going home. Not on, home. I don't want to go no more.
Don't take your time.
Cause this store is weary. I have to start by telling the memebers that I don't appreciate Delroy Lindo in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I've been mad at him since his role in Crooklyn, and I've never been able to look at him the same.
He was a great dad.
No, he wasn't. Hey, and off of one thing, tell me what his job was.
That boy was a musician. Boy, you saw that boy play that piano, boy?
What was his job?
His job was to play the piano, take care of his family.
Did he? He didn't take care of his family.
He was there every day.
Did he spend the money on ice cream and shit when he should have been buying actual food?
He was making sure them kids were happy.
They were happy in the dark?
Yeah.
With no food.
They was alive.
What happened with just
with shoes that had holes in them that needed to be
shoes with the soles of their feet.
Outfitted by the Salvation Army. The roof needed fixing. The water heater was shot.
Now he was a father.
Joe was the father, yes. But
Lawrence Hilton.
I respect, as I went back and thought about how terrible of a father he was in Crooklyn. It did kind of shift the movie, because I never looked at it from his perspective. I looked at it from the kid's perspective. Nigga, go get a job. Like your wife, your wife dying,
and that's the part that part that behooved me is that she is dying of cancer. Y'all knew it earlier than the kids, which is why you were okay with sending your daughter away. You knew it earlier, and instead of taking just a little bit of stress off of this woman by getting the fuck up and going to get a paying job, because this music ain't feeding no fucking body.
Nigga had one concert the whole movie,
and it was a free concert.
I think was it at school or some shit?
Yeah,
at school talent
that he had to, and you had to pay for the building. That was you gave that concert away, and you paid for the building. And I noticed that you had on a nice suit, and everybody else was dressed down in your family because you spent all the money on yourself and your dreams. So I have not appreciated Delroy Lindo since your dreams ain't easy. But sometimes you need to give up on your dreams, and that's a problem. Sometimes you need to give up your dreams for your children.
Voice to men.
That nigga stayed.
Like a man.
He needed to stand up and act like a man. It gets hard sometimes.
Don't if you can stand up in the pussy, you just stand up at the workforce.
Like, hey kids.
And you kept fucking her and making kids. So but I ain't fucked with him since Crooklyn. I got a lot of notes about this movie. I'll let everybody else get their bars off, and I'll just chime in because
I don't want to talk about the. I'm not going to get into the actual movie. I just want to talk about Chadwick's part.
He didn't.
Exactly. I was about to say that it was unnecessary.
You could have just had him do a voiceover.
Okay, but I appreciated just the fact that he's passed, so it gave you like a movie for you to watch. But
nobody's gonna watch it.
But that movie was so fucking terrible. Like,
we did though.
If it wasn't for this show, I would have never watched The Five Bloods.
I will never watch a Spike Lee movie again.
Also,
based on The Five Bloods.
Multiple times in my notes, it says, "This is why I don't enjoy Spike Lee joints."
I enjoyed the 80s and 90s Spike Lee. Everything after Bamboozled and She Hate Me. The only reason Spike Lee gets a pass with me is Bamboozled. I
can't bypass him for Crooklyn.
And I'll say this: the Black Klansman damn near took it away, and the Five Bloods. You're testing my patience, Spike. Like, you give me one more of those, then fuck Bamboozled. Like, you trash it out. But I'm trying to hold on. You gave me one of my favorite movies of all time, and you gave me X.
You should watch Mookie and what to call it in part 2 of Do the Right Thing.
I'm doing it right again.
Still doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. It's for real. It's a movie. You should watch it.
There is actually a part 2.
You should watch it.
Well, it's not technically a part 2. It's just Mookie makes an appearance. Was it like the kids?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mookie makes a
part 2.
Makes a cameo, and he's still working at Sal's.
Part 2.
He's still working at Sal's after fucking 30 years.
You should watch it.
And are they still delivering pizzas?
He's still delivering pizzas
on a bike.
Damn, well, he upgraded. Hey, okay, cool.
He was walking.
Where was Rosie?
She left.
She would start fucking with Billy Oil. What you think?
She moved to a whole different coast to get rid of this nigga.
She got on Jeopardy. She did good.
Shit, ducking bullets from the Stoogie Brothers.
Why you go back and watch Big Head Jump again? Classic movie.
That movie is great.
Billy. She sound like Jocelyn.
No, Jocelyn sound like her.
Stevie.
Is that where Jocelyn learned English from?
From Rosie, yeah.
Watch it, white man catch up. Oh man. So the Five Bloods. So your boy Delroy channeling Pac. Think he Pac and Juice. Off the rip. That's the first thing I caught.
He thought he was Pac's pop and Juice.
After the PTSD that wore down.
No. He
didn't wear down.
He should have been Pac's pop. Shut the fuck up. Sit your ass down. Stay home.
And watch Robot Chicken.
I appreciate the opening and the pro-black agenda that Spike is always going for. Spike, we get it.
Time.
Time come today. Time, no place to run. Time.
How much bread does that guy make?
Hey, nigga, that band has to.
They just tore off that one song.
One song.
We ain't even made an
Hey, they
album.
doing USO shows.
Yeah.
That song on a loop. Sing it with me now. Time. No place to run. Time.
Y'all ain't got tired of singing this shit?
Whoa.
One more time.
Have you seen my checks?
I just gotta wake up and sing the song, go to sleep.
I ain't even gotta wake up and sing the song. I just wake up, sit up, and see how many times my song been played in a movie or in a commercial, nigga, or on a TV show.
I got imposters with Kanye West masks coming to do the shows for me. I don't even gotta be there.
Lip singing.
Have you heard
Time.
He don't even got to sing no more. He just point at the crowd.
And they know all. No place to run. Time. Near.
Hey, there's a World War II movie coming out.
We already know.
I've got just the song.
He got his agent just looking for war movies and plays.
It plays.
Even children plays.
Hey.
You're doing a High School Musical.
Hey, what?
How much?
What's
How much they paying?
What's the name of that song that's always playing? Time. Niggas just know. They just know.
So, yes.
Do they purposely keep war going so that movie?
So that song has placement. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wait, well, you know the sales are dropping on the song. You know what this means?
Y'all need to start a war, goddammit. Shit.
Time to go to Afghanistan now.
Yes.
You gotta go back.
Yes.
You gotta go back in.
Hey, I wonder if when Biden just had all the troops move out of Afghanistan, if this was blasting over the loudspeakers. It's time to run. Time.
So with back to the Five Bloods.
As you can see, we don't want to talk about this shit.
So I get that black people had no business being in Vietnam.
No business.
We get it.
Oh, that was the other one. The Five Crips.
Beefing
Why
on
they gotta be Bloods?
beefing on the block. My question was,
If I could.
why if Norman, who was Chadwick's character,
was
Shanghai,
I'll beat your ass.
that's a whole nother concept.
Yeah, I know. It's not even a continent. Come on now.
Oh shit.
Country. It's a country.
Same difference. Listen, if Norman was so charismatic, how come we never heard it? If he was that charismatic, how come it wasn't in the script?
We know why.
So my
Spike wrote it.
meme conspiracy for this movie, because I had to have one. Was Norman fucking them boys?
Time.
We don't do that here.
Time. Next one. All right. We're not. No.
There was something else going on there,
We
and it
don't do
wasn't
that
the
here.
gold. It wasn't the gold.
It was all about the gold.
It wasn't.
It's all about the gold.
It wasn't, because they were like that before they ever found the gold.
This is what I would attribute it to. I would not sully the name. Only thing I'll say is Spike is not a good writer, so he left it very much open
to interpretation.
Yeah.
So I'm interpreting it as somebody was getting some ass.
Tighten it up, Spike.
Loose booties.
We don't do that here.
Chadwick, he ain't gonna tell you again, goddamn.
Spike did a terrible job with this. If the war ended in 75, right? The war ended in 1975. Why was Otis's daughter just now turning 30?
Time
Was moving slow.
Don't know.
His timeline was completely off. So, and then I get that Asians do not age badly, just like Black people do, but that doesn't mean that your daughter's 30. That also doesn't mean that her mom is almost 40. So was Otis out there humping on little girl prostitutes? Because none of the timeline makes sense to me. She wasn't 70, 80 years old. I don't care what you're telling me. Her and Otis were not of the same age.
Yeah, that's one of them Vietnamese troops' daughter.
Time. I would not partake in this conversation.
I just said it was one of the Vietnamese troops. I didn't disrespect.
No, I'm just saying.
But if they had a daughter together,
I'm not gonna speak on the puppet masters.
oh, okay.
This boy's scared. Well, Nigel got you, so yeah, I get it.
Why was these dudes old the whole movie?
I saw that they were trying to like if you really watch the scenes back in the day, like they tried to cover them up. Like either they have like the gun up to the face, or Chad was in the way.
That's not true.
No, I said it for the most part. Like I caught how they were shooting different angles, but yeah, there were certain scenes where it was just right there. But for the most part, I noticed like
when Delroy walked his 80-year-old ass into that airplane to save Murder Norman. He was he was old as fuck.
Saving him from himself.
But you can't save me from myself. Shout out to Sir. But why were they old the whole movie? The whole movie, I'm sure Netflix gave you a nice budget, because Netflix just out here passing out money to niggas. And you Spike Lee.
That CGI, to get CGI cost some bread. It cost some bread.
You shouldn't have bought that song then.
How much would it cost to get 5 other actors?
That's what I said.
That wouldn't have been bad. To just get some actors who were
younger
or Chadwick's age.
Yeah. So
that it would have been more cohesive. But to watch these 80-year-old niggas get shot out of an airplane.
Like, damn, this is the same sideburns you have now. And it's gray.
And
they didn't put no black dye.
No, nothing. They didn't try to young them up at all.
They tried to put the bandanas over their head.
The youngest that I ever seen Otis was when he got that Oni tail.
He was old. He looked younger when he was older.
And then these niggas had the dumbest handshakes. This why y'all got arthritis. Why you doing this shit 25 times? You just clapping. Stop shaking your breast at each other. Like
just dap up and keep
patty cake like in Color Purple.
That nigga said
me and you will never part.
I seen it. Like they did the Macarena a couple times. I didn't understand. I get like people have like handshakes, but these wasn't one of those elaborate handshakes that I've seen people from military branches do. This wasn't it. So Spike was not in the know.
Yeah, I didn't like the
for me, dog.
Yeah, I didn't like the dialogue at the beginning. No, throughout the movie, I didn't like the dialogue. Like the man, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you, motherfucker. Like that shit, that got tired.
So they talk like some niggas from the 70s, the whole movie.
In 2020.
But niggas grew up. You came home. You lived through the 80s. You lived through the 90s. You lived up to 2020. There's been so many dialogue changes since you went home to where you should not still be using the same military lingo that you were using in the 70s. Come on, blood.
We some Jimmy digging cats, you dig?
Like, come on.
You said that for real?
No.
But he did call somebody a cat.
It's dog.
Actually.
It would have only been worse if somebody would have been like, give me some skin, home slice. Like,
I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch it again, it was said at least once. In the deep crevices of the movie, you got to really listen for
it's
it.
probably there
In the background.
No, when he said, now it's funny when he was like, nigga, we don't use that word. We don't now. That was an upgrade to like, hey, this is how we talk now. They was like, nah, young blood, don't be talking like that. You know we don't approve of that word.
But you don't approve of that word.
You know who don't approve of your language? The Crips.
I'm from Crenshaw Mafia.
None of these niggas was from LA.
So you better respect that language.
So shout out to Tick for being in the movie.
I didn't like Tick in this movie.
Yeah, they had him like
annoying as fuck, just popping up out of nowhere, like, yeah, you're my father, so I'm just gonna hang out. Like, what the
you
fuck?
be my father.
and see that made me mad too, because this nigga don't like you.
Why you always hanging around?
So why do you give a fuck that he's about to go over to Vietnam and die?
Exactly.
He don't like you. And then
he knew about that gold. It was like shit.
And then Delroy told your password is 1234. But then Delroy told you my son don't exist to me anymore. Like he dead. Nigga, he got shot through and through. No, he dead. Like
you're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Cops on the radar. Now you want to play ball. You're dead to me. So Chadwick always wanted to work with Spike Lee. That was a part of his bucket list. So that's one of the reasons why he was in the movie. He knew that he was gonna pass away soon. So this was an opportunity to work with someone that he always wanted to work with. Now, I'm not sure if he like if this is something like this is like a dream come true. It's like, hey, let me go ahead and knock this out because I don't have much time left. So that's the reason why he, did the movie, because it was like Denzel, Spike, and those were his last two movies.
I have a question.
Go ahead, sir.
I attribute this to, he said timing.
Mm-hmm.
Time.
Thank you. Thank you. What if Chadwick starred in the Black Klansman?
I haven't seen it.
We don't watch Spike. We don't do that here. We don't
do that here.
We don't watch Spike Lee joints here.
I mean, like I fucks with Spike. I mean, like I haven't seen any of his latter movies. I'm definitely a
you fuck with early Spike.
Yeah, but I haven't. I can't sit here and say like I don't fuck with him, and I haven't seen the Black Klansman. I haven't seen any of the movies post 2001. So I can't sit here and say I don't fuck with him.
Black Klansman was.
That's exactly how you can say you don't fuck with somebody. If you don't watch they shit, you don't fuck with them.
Yeah, if I ain't seen your shit in 20
Boy,
years.
I'm out here watching Counterpart and Bandersnatch. What you talking about? And Harry Potter. What you talking about?
You're watching Harry Potter?
No, I've been watched it. I'm just saying from 2001 up until now, I've watched.
Did you see my face? It was about to go down.
Like, you ain't watched goddamn Group. But you didn't watch all of the goddamn 30 hours worth of goddamn Harry Potter.
Oh my God, this nigga ain't seen The Godfather. And
you never seen The Godfather?
No. There's a lot of like the Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino.
You Goodfellas?
I mean, like I've seen it, but I haven't seen it. Like I ain't sat down in a while. Like I probably was like turning the channel. It was probably at the beginning, and then I probably got up and started doing other things. Sat back down, watched it. So I remember certain parts. Godfather, I've seen certain parts, but I haven't sat and watched it.
Okay.
This nigga sat and watched Harry Potter.
No, nigga sat down and watched the Five Bloods.
For the show? What you talking about?
Shit was damn near 3 hours.
You saw shit when it first came out, nigga. Fuck out of here.
So yeah, Black reparations.
They got it.
Did they?
Some-
only two of them got it.
No,
one of them got it. No, Tick and the other brother with the ponytail. With the 20-year-old daughter.
Who was Tick?
The son, Delroy's son.
Okay. I was calling him by his government name.
Oh, Johnny.
I was calling Jonathan Majors. I only knew 2 niggas' names in this movie. 3.
Delroy.
No, Norman.
Oh, talking about the names.
No, I only knew their names in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, in the movie.
You don't know their real name.
I know their real names, but I only knew 3 people, like their character names in this movie. Norman, Otis, and Eddie. Oh, Eddie got blown. That's what you get.
Standing in a land full of landmines.
Like,
the moonwalk.
That's how you know your speech trash and God was ready to silence you.
Now, the imagery, like, he was talking about we need to help out the black race. We need to help our people. My main man, MAGA, he was pretty much like, man, fuck that. I'm taking this money. This is on y'all do what y'all want to do. But that's not what Norman wanted. Now,
but Norman dead, my guy, and been dead for 50 years.
So it's like, it's funny how the guy that's talking about we need to help our community, he gets blew up.
Not your community.
Help out the community. He get blew up. Goddamn.
Otis was talking about helping the community too.
With that was one of the DuckTales.
With the ponytail. DuckTales. Woo.
But they were just basing that off of Norman, Stormin' Norman. Like, that's what he wanted. Okay, so he get blown up. Then your boy M.E.M.E got goddamn shot up.
MAGA knew.
He got killed.
Here we go. So wave your hands for Missy Megan and Timberlake. How to party right.
Anyway, I was about to say. So, question.
Yeah.
How was $72,000 in gold going to save the black community?
72,000.
It wasn't that much gold.
It was 72 million.
Okay, so that's
a difference. Well, it still ain't gonna help.
Thank you. No wrong point. 72 million not gonna save no fucking.
And
shit.
then you also got to pay attention to you lost like 2 backpacks worth of gold.
So really, like it was like 22, and then you got the taxes. So you had 11.
They didn't pay no taxes on it. They had it washed.
Oh, they had it washed.
That's what that French guy was supposed to do.
No, he just wanted to steal it.
No, I'm saying, but that's what he was
supposed to do.
Right.
But then the Asian guy who got shot in the shoulder, he washed it for him. He washed it. But again, I'm not about to go off of the dictation of somebody who died 50 years ago. I don't give a fuck what Norman wanted.
It's about me.
Norman ain't here living my life. What if I'm broke as fuck, as Eddie was, but Eddie spent his money stupidly?
Spending all these hoes.
What did Yeezy say?
What's that?
He got money and act more stupidly.
Speaking of, I told you, your boy Paul Delroy Lindo, when he was about to get wet up, he was quoting bars from goddamn Donda album.
Jesus, Lord.
Tell me if you know someone that needs Jesus, Lord, because he been through a lot of things.
They was like, boy, if you don't shut your motherfucking ass up, man.
Hey, that was overkill. They got so sick of him singing Marvin Gaye songs. And shout out to Spike for cutting out all the things that were in the Marvin Gaye songs and playing them a cappella so you could hear the simplicity and how great his vocals actually were.
Okay.
So shout out to Spike for that. That was a treat. But that was overkill. That nigga threw himself down a hill. I watched him do it. That nigga threw himself down the hill so hard that the backpack, full of gold, mind you,
300 pounds. Wow.
Defied gravity and ended up in a tree.
Only Spike Lee.
That nigga could have shot the snake once, but decided to shoot
all the ammo.
You could have just butted with the bottom of the gun.
Fuck off me, bud.
You could have crushed his skull.
Fuck off me, my guy.
with the butt of your gun.
You just stepped on
And then you stop to have a 30-minute conversation with yourself about the doctors telling you that you got cancer. That's your karma for what you did to that woman in Crooklyn. That's how that comes back around.
Still ain't got a job. Y'all here looking for gold.
He called him a leprechaun.
Yeah, not to be Lucky Charms had a.
So that's your karma. That's how life come back around at you. But I found myself towards the end of that movie, just the people I didn't like as they started to die. It was calming for me.
Well, he's gonna shut the fuck up from here on out. All right.
I gotta hear this nonsense.
Like I was tired of Delroy's mouth. Seriously. Like, you're a problem. I was tired of Eddie's speeches.
That's Community.
Oh, blood, that's not what we was gonna do with the money.
I want to know why Norman was left just to be buried inside of a plane. And then I want to know how his body was at the top and not somewhere lost with the remains of that plane. And how do you know that you found him and not that Asian woman that he got murdered beside?
I still say it was the Asian woman.
And then I would also like to know, I watched multiple people get shot and live. Jonathan Majors got shot through an artery in his leg. He should have bled out, but he made it to go back to be a teacher.
Then he should have blew up, actually. First and foremost.
Mm-hmm. I don't give a damn how strong the team is to pull you and yank you from that. As soon as a shift, just the rope came back down. With the,
you seen what it did to Eddie.
What makes you exempt?
And then I watched TN get shot through the shoulder. He made it.
Never.
I watched Norman get shot through the stomach. And he died immediately.
But did he die? Did he die?
Yeah, he's dead.
How did we know? Delroy left and was like, "Oh shit, I want to."
Well, Delroy's the one who killed him.
I know that, but he was like, he didn't. We not about to go back.
No,
there.
we watched him pass out and die in Delroy's arms. They showed
he died though.
He stopped breathing.
Just like, did we know?
He died by his heart stopped beating.
He stopped.
Oh, did you have a machine on him?
Breathing.
Did you hit him with the defibrillator? Were you there?
He stopped breathing. His eyes were wide open. Delroy closed his eyes and laid him down next to the Asian woman that he had also, murder saved.
Okay. We thought Shogun was dead in Last Dragon.
Hey, Norman.
He turned around. That boy was like,
Norman did not have the glow. Of the glow.
Dun, dun, dun.
You are.
So yeah, so
okay, just make sure the nigga dead.
So the Five Bloods, even though Chadwick wasn't really in there, like I said, he wanted to.
He could have called that over the phone.
But again, it's like, hey, I want to be in the movie. This is Spike Lee. This is one of my idols. So
I get it, but I don't get it.
We spent entirely too much time on a whack ass movie.
That's how much we have to say about.
Yeah, when the shit is whack, well, we got plenty
a lot to say.
We got plenty of roasting to do.
Plenty.
All right, so I'm gonna time this next movie. So how much time you spent on a good movie then?
You didn't even watch it.
Well, y'all said it was good,
but you ain't even watch it.
Well, you said it was good, right?
Yeah.
You talk about it.
It's good, huh? Hey,
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah.
Stellar performance.
So why was it called Black Bottom?
It was a song by Ma Rainey.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of her most famous songs.
Black Bottom.
And that's what the nephew stuttered to tell everybody that Ma Rainey was going to show him.
Her Black Bottom?
Take
So yeah, so
That's my shit, man.
but yeah, so Black Bottom, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, produced by Denzel. So stellar performance, iconic. I felt it was iconic because it was just like the levels.
You're doing a lot.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so are you saying it was better than Black Panther?
He didn't really act in Black Panther. It was like
Black Panther is an iconic role.
Yeah, for the imagery, but I'm talking about
Black Panther itself and the performance is a iconic role.
Based on,
But you make it seem like he could have went in there and been trash acting, and his shit still would have went off. No, nigga, he had to be cold in that shit still. So you can't say the acting was regular.
This man about to hit. He's about to hit you.
You can say that the imagery was iconic, but the acting has to be somewhat on the same level.
The acting has the scale.
Not necessarily.
You name me an iconic role where the acting was trash.
Look at what Drake is doing right now.
So you're
getting played off. I'm not saying that. I'm not comparing the two, but I'm just saying some people buy into the hype. So being that it was Black Panther, Black folks is like, oh, this is a movie about us. Number one. Number two, it's already associated with the Marvel universe, so it's already up there. So I'm not saying that his
because Marvel has made some trash movies. Let's not do that.
But what the numbers?
Dark World.
But what are the numbers?
I would also like to talk to you about the New Mutants.
But what are the
sorry ass movie.
What are the numbers looking like?
For the New Mutants, it's not that high actually. Nobody really fucked with it. Also,
I need to see some numbers.
I've said this on multiple occasions. I don't fuck with Black Panther because they look like me.
You fuck with them because of what?
Storm, nigga.
No.
What do you fuck with them for?
Because I bought the comics as a kid.
So that's my point.
But
this already attached to something that's already has.
But the New Mutants were also comics from when I was a kid, and the movie is sorry as fuck.
But again,
there is no amount of acting in that movie that was iconic to save it.
You got a long list of ones that popped, but again, it's already attached to something that's already up there, iconic, because of the comic books, because of the history.
That doesn't make.
No, I'm not saying that's why.
That's
I'm not saying that.
Exactly what you just. No.
Let's hear me out. We just focusing on Black Panther. And like I said, you naming, like I said, everything is not gonna pop. I'm not saying like just because like everything just has to reach these numbers, but I'm saying Black Panther, Avengers, certain ones that are already attached to like okay, these are gonna pop. So my point being,
Black Panther could have failed miserably if that role would have gone to the wrong actor. That role,
they still would have went out and went to go see it.
But the role wouldn't be as iconic if it would have went to the wrong actor. You mean to tell me that John David Washington can play T'Challa and pull that shit off? You say that to me right now, I'll walk out.
In what way though? Pull what off?
No. I'm gonna make
That's like he didn't have to act. Like, okay, the performance in Ma Rainey.
I got him.
The performance in Ma Rainey, if he'd just been like, okay, I'm just going to show up as just regular Chadwick Boseman, would it have the same impact? But again, you're coming in a movie that's already set to set records. It's already attached to a franchise.
Okay, so
because
boom. Let me do. So, I just thought about this one. Let me kill that argument right there. Mm-hmm. So the same way you just said that about being attached to a movie or like a Marvel, the same way as you're talking about his performance as iconic because it was his last fucking role, which was attached to that shit. So that part don't matter. Secondly, who was the best actor in Black Panther?
Killmonger.
Okay, so if we're saying Killmonger's the best actor, but we're still saying it's an iconic role and we're up here doing a whole fucking Chadwick Boseman appreciation fan, that means the acting had to be above average.
Say that one more time.
If we're doing a whole podcast on Chadwick Boseman and his biggest movie was Black Panther, And we talk about how great of an actor he is, but in this big movie, Killmonger, you're saying, was a better actor.
Right.
The fact that we're still doing a movie and that was his biggest movie, that shows the acting levels that he was still up there with him. So the acting had to be good, not just regular. Because if he was regular, then Killmonger would have overshadowed him and the movie wouldn't have been what it was.
No, I said, no, the point is, I said it was iconic in Ma Rainey. Correct?
Because of the acting, right?
Focusing just on acting.
Okay. So
now,
that's
of course, we're going to bring in Black Panther, but again, I'm just isolating the acting. I said the acting was iconic. It's memorable.
What made it iconic?
The emotions. The emotions, the depth, pretty much same line as Get On Up.
Are you putting it on the same level as Malcolm X? Because that's iconic.
But again, this is okay.
That's a no. Okay, gotcha.
No, a historical figure.
Oh my God.
Black Panther.
Okay, Black Panther. Well, I'm sorry. Ma Rainey.
Give me another movie that's
Forrest Gump.
Hold on. Let me
the silence means no.
No. I'm thinking because again.
Nope. Because when I was silent, he said my silence meant no.
No, I didn't say that. When I say that.
Today.
When we're talking at the table.
Yes.
Hey, Junior.
Because you said Wale's ambition was fire.
It was fire.
But then you say Nas's KD2 is cool. So let's not do that. Let's not do that.
That's a little different.
Let's not do that.
No, it's not the
but
same.
your silence.
So no. Because I'm processing. There's a difference. You just said some goofy shit.
That wasn't goofy.
So again, let me stay focused. Let me stay focused.
Wale.
So
Wale having a fire album is goofy.
but KD2 is cool.
I said it was a good album.
Still,
it's not fire. Come on.
Your words.
Okay, so
hey, you too. Your words. Nigga, go continue.
What I say?
Iconic, nigga.
Okay, so Forrest Gump. What you say? Say that again. Forrest Gump.
It's first off, is Forrest Gump an iconic character?
Yes.
So is Ma Rainey on the same level?
Not to me. Fuck
acting
no.
wise.
No. Hell no. No.
So, okay, this is what I'm processing. So it's not like I'm just silent. Like I'm trying to find an excuse. So
Levy and Forrest
Gump. No. Not that they're on the same level. I'm not even gonna go that route. So Forrest Gump, you get a whole like his backstory from beginning to the end for the most part. So you get this long drawn out movie where you get to see his performance in a whole on a larger scale for the most part. Mm-hmm. Ma Rainey, it was more so narrowed down. He wasn't was he just no, he wasn't really the star.
No, he was not.
And then it's like it was only shot in like, okay, boom. Just a scene. This is just a day in the life of, just one, session in regards to them making that song. Forrest Gump, years, decades, his journey, his life. So you get to see more. Whereas again, Chadwick is only like a co-star, but he had a hell of a performance. So it's, again, I say it's iconic because it's like the emotion, the, him to, again, changing his accent or his voice or using a different accent.
I think he uses regular voice in this one.
No, it was accent. It was accent. No, you
I don't remember.
You didn't watch it?
Oh, you didn't watch it? I thought you fell asleep on it. But you didn't hear nothing? You didn't hear nothing?
I don't remember. I wasn't listening for the accent.
Yeah, it was an accent. It was a 1927.
Yeah, it was.
He had an accent. Had an accent. The emotion, the pain. So it's kind of like well, I ain't gonna put.
So you mean to tell me that when T'Challa was cussing his daddy out, wasn't no emotion?
Yeah, that's what I said, and I brought that up the other day. I said that scene. I remember that scene. It's like you shouldn't have left that boy there. Like I remember that part. Now I didn't say his acting was trash in Black Panther. I did not say that. I didn't say it was not. I said that he didn't have to really act because it was what it was. So name me another.
That's exactly why he had to act.
Name me other scenes other than
because it was.
Name me other scenes other than the father in the afterlife, not the afterlife, but in the astral plane.
Of his acting?
Yeah, bring it back to my mind because I remember that one. That stands out the most. I'm like, okay, damn, okay.
The fighting scene where he was supposed to get his crown when he fought M'Baku.
Mm-hmm. Was that acting? I mean, like that's fighting.
It's an action sequence.
I'm talking about, okay, Ma
Rainey.
No, Ma Rainey this is pure emotion. You're just speech.
When he's confronted by Killmonger.
At the
That's
end? I'm thinking about the end where he's
inside the castle. Where he finds,
right before he challenged him.
That is when he challenged him.
The hey
Hey
auntie.
auntie. That's one whole long scene.
But what did Chadwick say?
It was acting. I can't I can't remember
emotions. You remember?
I can't remember.
Okay,
so I cannot.
I have one more for you.
All right, go ahead.
So you're saying iconic acting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you exactly what he said to his dad.
Exactly. Ma Rainey's performance or the Get On Up performance?
Get On Up.
So
that was iconic.
Instead of arguing about this because it's not going to go anywhere.
Same as the forest.
I'm just arguing semantics.
But he's going to feel the way he feels. It was not an iconic role to me.
Why not?
Nigga, I don't feel like anything special was done.
Why not?
He didn't really have to act in that moment. He just had to read his lines and yeah.
It was an ensemble cast and they all played off of each other. I don't feel as if anything iconic was said or done in this movie. It was a great movie, but it was all around great. Mm-hmm. There were no iconic performances
unless you count the fact that it was his last role,
and I'm not factoring that in, because if I were doing that I would say that his role in The Five Bloods was iconic.
Now you sound
and we were very close to that happen. I'm like, oh my god,
I'm not gonna do that. I am saddened that this is his last role, but that doesn't make it iconic to me. That I don't play that game. If I didn't appreciate it when you were alive, I'm not going to appreciate it just because you pass away. That's like saying, oh, because somebody passed away, they deserve a Grammy for their album. If I didn't fuck with it when you were alive, I'm not going to fuck with it just because you passed away. They all played great roles. Iconic? Absolutely not. Great roles? Absolutely. Iconic? Absolutely not.
So you know what I thought about something? This argument is the same argument we have like the good, great, or classic.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep changing the word classic, iconic, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or timeless. Yeah, classic then timeless.
Yeah, classic then timeless, you're right. Yeah. Let's use that. So when I hear iconic, I'm thinking timeless.
Mm-hmm. And when I hear iconic, I'm thinking of a movie that I'm going to go back and watch. Mm-hmm. On multiple occasions, because the acting is so iconic in this movie that I'm not just going to watch this movie once. I'm going to go back and watch this movie continuously. This movie is not that movie for me. I'm not going to watch this movie again.
So the way I would attribute it would be, for him, it would be like the difference, like the timeless and classic. It was a classic performance, but it wasn't timeless.
Right.
But what makes it timeless is the fact that he passed.
Yes. And I can't do that.
Would that be close to what you're saying?
Yeah, I was going to say, let me take a step back. Now that you put it in that context, it was like it would be a classic performance.
I give it classic. I
haven't seen it, but I've heard about I did. But you need time. I was like, wait a minute.
It's a great movie. Mm-hmm. It is a great movie. Mm-hmm. It is. I watched the backstory that was played afterwards with Denzel and everybody.
Oh, the 30-minute joint.
It is a great movie. I can't give it iconic because I'm never gonna watch it again.
Well, I would say that is it too well, and I'm not saying it for this movie particularly. It's kind of like people saying that an album is classic and it just dropped. It's like, damn, give it some time.
Yeah, you got to give it some time.
Give it some time to grow into that, if it does grow into that.
And this movie's had a year and some change. Mm-hmm. The story is classic.
I think I overstepped my boundaries just a little bit.
The story is classic because it's a true story.
What happens when you step on a man's shoes?
What did I call this? The origin stories of niggas getting murked for stepping on do what you do, but watch my shoes. So the story is classic. The story is not iconic. The story is classic.
So I was like, it's like isolating the certain parts in it, like when he was about to kill old dude,
when he was trying to slice his throat.
Yeah, and then the whole conversation with him, then it's like, hey, you know, God, strike me down. This is your God. It's like that's like that to me, like that's iconic.
That is one of the scenes that I felt the least.
But again,
with this is your God, and like that whole, you disrespected my God. Now we're getting into a religious war. Like I didn't.
But it goes back to what you were saying. Like, can somebody else pull that off?
I'm sure.
No.
No, but she said she didn't like it. She said she didn't feel it. So.
I'm saying pull it off in the sense of course, she don't feel it. But from my point, my standpoint,
you don't see anybody else that could have done.
I mean, like somebody
role.
could have, but it's like you can't just get anybody to play that role or not. Play that role,
you don't know that
part or do that part and have that same energy.
You don't know that.
I'm saying there are probably some people you could name, but it's like you can't just throw somebody in there. Now, could they have put Michael B. Jordan as Black Panther instead of Killmonger? Could he have pulled that off?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna name his name. I was about to say Malcolm. Could he?
I already asked you that. I just asked you.
I know, but I wasn't getting into that. I was trying to focus on the point.
You didn't want to.
I was trying to stay on point. I wasn't gonna get carried away by now Malcolm, but they love his performance in Tenet. We don't really like Tenet.
Who the fuck is they?
Damn
it.
Well, it's Denzel's son,
but also they love.
So he gets props.
But they also loved his performance in the Black Klansman, and that shit was ass.
I do not think that Malcolm could have done the same job as Chadwick. Period. They're not the same level of acting. Just because you look and sound like your daddy does not make you a good actor to me. I'm sorry.
Well, damn, Chadwick has instances where it's like, damn, that sounds like Denzel. It kind of, because certain movies I was watching, I was like,
no. The thing that I found myself being like real just tired of was the sideways smile.
Oh, Chadwick?
Yeah, like in every role, like James Brown mouth was from here to here.
Saw all his teeth.
Thurgood Marshall had real big lips. Here to here, he had big teeth.
Say Chadwick was smiling like Anthony Mackie.
Yes, like he was harvesting nuts in his cheek. Like I found myself. That's not what I'm trying to say.
What was that meme? It was like Anthony Mackie looked like he knows something
like
about you.
Like he knows a secret.
Yeah, Chadwick does have that smile.
And he's got that side. Yeah.
You see his cheeks.
But it's right here and it's over to the side. All of your characters. Like, and I got tired of it. That's just being honest. I got tired of it. So I started to watch things for the acting. To see what the acting was like, because there were certain things, there are certain gestures, mannerisms that are all of him. And you get tired of that, especially 2 weeks of watching nothing but his movies.
Got you. It'd be like watching like a whole bunch of Denzel movies back to back to back. You start picking up like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And so you become
The Walk.
You become tired of it. So by the time I had gotten to Ma Rainey, which wasn't actually the last movie that I had watched, I watched it for the performance of everyone. I was shocked by the performance of an older guy that I'd never seen before in my life. The guy whose throat he threatened to slice.
That guy. I know you're talking about.
I'd never seen him as an actor before, and I thought he did great. Didn't care too much about the nephew's role.
He was in 42. He was a young
the young yamp that he
yamp.
The young yamp that he fucked. I know her from the On the Floor series that used to be on VH1. Now it's on BET. Whole dance squad type of whatchamacallit with the same girl that's on the Dear White People thing that's on Netflix.
Oh, Tessa.
No.
Oh no, yes, Tessa was a movie. Like actually,
The TV show.
Okay.
The green-eyed black girl.
I know you're talking about her name.
But I'd seen her before. I thought her role was good. She didn't have a big role, but I thought that she played her role well. I'm sure there are other actresses that could have played that role maybe a little bit better. The dude who played the older guy, Toledo.
Jimmy's Revenge.
He did a good JD's Revenge. JD's Revenge. He did a good job.
Was it better than
JD's Revenge? No, well, he wasn't. That's Lawrence Hilton Jacob.
No,
I was
that
about
was
to say Cooley High.
No, that was what's his name?
No, that's
The other
Thurman.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's preaching Cooley High.
Yeah.
Glenn Truman, whatever his name is.
Thurman,
thank you.
But it was an ensemble effort for me. They all played off of each other. I can't just give it to Chadwick like he's what made this stellar for me.
I didn't say that. I just said he was iconic. He was iconic.
When I'm saying,
if you're saying if he's iconic, then he would have overshadowed everybody.
Everybody, and he didn't. It was an ensemble effort for all of this to be as great of a movie as it was. For me, it can't be that.
He did stand out, though. He did stand out.
Yeah, because he was doing wrong. He stood out to me because he was doing wrong. He didn't stand out to me because his character was doing wrong.
So goddamn Stuttering Boy was stand out too, but he wasn't doing wrong.
His character was doing more wrong to where his character got more like scenes.
We got attention.
His character got more scenes. His character got more attention because his character was always doing wrong. His character fucked Ma Rainey's girl. His character thought that he was about to put a band together. His character got into a fight. His character got fired from the band. His character stabbed Toledo in the back. Like, his character got the most shine because he was doing the most wrong. Him and Ma Rainey were doing the most wrong and they got the most shine because both of them were doing the most wrong. It was an ensemble that played off of
wrongness.
Ensemble of wrongness.
And they played in the whole cast.
Levy was wronger.
He was the wrong assed.
The wrong ass.
So, yeah, and they tried, and he stayed till the end of the movie, which is how Toledo got killed. But it was an ensemble effort to make this movie great. It wasn't just Chad for me.
Gotcha.
And I watched it.
Classic, stellar performance from Chadwick.
It was a great performance from Chadwick. Absolutely. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm saying it's not iconic. It's not iconic. I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't do that because I'm never gonna watch it again.
All right. I think y'all guys broke down Chadwick's career astutely.
Boy, I'm so mad at you right now.
Oh, I don't see all the movies. I fell asleep.
That too.
We don't use that word here, nigga.
We don't do that here.
You know how busy my days and shit is, and I still managed to get this.
All of them, bud. All of them. Oh, well.
That's
the movie, y'all.
Well, we can get into main conspiracy theories. Death is only transformation. So we were on the phone. You don't remember. It seems like he don't be remember nothing. Nothing, bud. Don't remember nothing, bud. So he was on the phone.
He remembers the phone call. I remember the phone call. I told you earlier I don't remember shit that was said on the phone call.
But we was all on the phone.
I remember
when
that.
We got the news. So you
I rang y'all up.
Well, we was talking about something else, and then I think you just saw it on your news feed, and you was like, "Yo."
Yeah, because I get news alerts.
On Facebook?
No, on my phone.
I mean, like you can get I'm like, that's why I was like, on Facebook?
No, I get news alerts.
She has a news app.
Like a Google.
Yeah, Google.
Be telling you like all the top stories.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. So we was on the phone having a regular conversation. I don't know if we was, I don't think we was doing a show. We was on the phone.
We were just having a us conversation.
And
talking shit.
News came. Jesus informed us that Chadwick had passed. And it was like, what? That was out of the blue. And I do remember on the call, because I was watching, because it was like a week after Lovecraft Country had popped off, the debut. And I remember I had, yeah, because I had went into like, damn. This was probably the next phone call that we had afterwards, because I had listened to was that the Red Pill, Blue Pill, Black Magic, Father Rich. I was listening to them, and it was breaking down different things. And I think the next phone call I had was talking about, Jackie Robinson was on, the first episode of Lovecraft Country, and then how all that tied into it. So we had the conversations. Like it took us, it threw us off because, of course, everybody was like, this was unexpected. We didn't know. What was going on with Chadwick. So he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, kept it quiet, didn't say anything. Only the inner circle knew. So him passing, everybody was like, what? How? So we had a conversation last week after or a couple of weeks ago when we finished the last show that we did, our reunion show, meme number 86. We'd like to thank us. Hashtag who but us. Go check that out. But we had a conversation in preparation, like just talking about what we're going to talk about on this show. And me and Kundalini, the black zombie over here.
Call me a coon.
So we had a
wouldn't be the first time.
So we had a discussion about the killing of the strong black archetype. And that went into, we didn't go into fully about what I'm about to go into right now. So we got like archetypes like the Tupac archetype, which is the same as Nipsey Hussle, which is the same as, like I said, Kobe Bryant, which is the same as what a Chadwick Boseman represented in from an imagery standpoint. Kobe died that same year, last year, and that was like took pretty much caught us off guard. Of course, we're not expecting that, and just the tragic way that he passed. It was like everybody was in disarray, and then some months later, Chadwick passes. So we were having a conversation about the archetype, and it's like when you have someone like a Tupac, a Nipsey Hussle, Kobe Bryant, or a Chadwick Boseman pass away at the heights, at their pinnacle, at their peak. And it's like they represent so much for the culture. It's like the ideal image. And it goes beyond somebody that's up there that's just playing the role and just complying with the rules. So when you look at Tupac, he didn't comply with the rules. He did things on his own terms. He had that aura about him. Same as Nipsey, didn't comply with and when I say the rules, I mean like from a corporate, commercial, mainstream, just go along to get along type of mentality. So you look at a Nipsey Hussle, his background, and the same, like all these people, like their background, how they came up, what they portrayed, what they meant to people. Nipsey, same thing. His past, what he came from, what he was doing before he was killed, stuff he was doing in the hood, buying up land, crypto, teaching us about Dr. Sebi and things like that, health, books that he was reading and things like that, technology on a whole different level. Kobe, Mamba mentality, the books that he was writing, the deals that he was doing, self-sufficiency, what he was teaching on a subtle level, he was showing and proving through action, but also teaching on a subtle level. And then Chadwick as well, the imagery he gave us with the movies, fighting through the pain to still give us iconic performances. I throw that one in there. Make sure y'all paying attention. Giving us stellar performances.
Classic.
Yes. Classic performances. So it's like the killing of the archetype. So it's like that goes into another conversation as well with Black superheroes. So we can look at Pac, we can look at M.E.M.E, we can look at Kobe, and we can look at Chadwick as superheroes, not just in the sense of playing Black Panther, but we look up to these archetypes. So from a subconscious standpoint, this is what we gravitate towards. We can use this as a means to pull ourselves up, but then they vanish because they get taken out.
Goddamn, you just broke it all the way down.
I didn't have nothing to say about it in the first place.
Yeah, you weren't a part of that conversation.
All right, so I guess I'll just step in now.
I was just trying to do like a back and forth. I didn't want to just do a monologue and just give you a whole spill.
As far as the archetype, I did feel we had that conversation, of course, a couple of weeks ago. Fee brought up a good point. Like, since Chadwick, well, with Kobe's being like an accident, same with Chadwick. We don't know. We know, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's saying it just seems to happen that way. Now, is that a testament to, like, they went so hard, they fulfilled their purpose earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Then by all means, then we can't have that conversation. Like, it's not like really an archetype being taken away.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so they fulfilled their purpose, so they got moved on. So now us who are still here need to look at those examples and draw from that, and then find our own purposes and put that same amount of energy, that same amount of passion, that same amount of work ethic into what we do, so we can reach those same levels.
Mm-hmm.
So Chadwick on the acting side, Kobe on the basketball side, Nipsey from what he was doing with the community. You've shown us three different ways where you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all the same: work ethic, focus, being focused, mama mentality, like just be passionate about what you do and put your 100% into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you will become a master or a great at what you do.
Right.
So if you don't learn anything else, Children of Tomorrow. Yes, we lost him at a very young age. He could have did much more, even bigger things than Black Panther, but we at least still have that vision. We have that imagery, that symbolism. Like, to this day, we still do that action. And that it was funny at the time, but really a lot of people stopped doing it, but it really could have been like a symbolism for that.
Gotcha.
So take what you will. I would say that's what I got from, like, even when Kobe passed, when Nipsey passed, and when Chadwick passed, it's all the same shit.
Now, with the conversation with our community, melanated brothers and sisters who hold on, they're attached to these archetypes. I don't even want to call them celebrities, because that's a whole different discussion. These archetypes, these strong archetypes that are giving you the secrets or the key to take it to the next level. We had the discussion in regards to, can someone else come in and play Black Panther, play T'Challa? And then, like, the consensus says no, not us, but it's more so like the consensus says no, fuck that. But then, I brought up the point of, like, why, when it comes to, like, the white community, like, you see Michael Keaton playing Batman, then you turn around and see Val Kilmer, then you turn around and see George Clooney, then you turn around and see Christian Bale.
You know that one.
Yeah, I knew all four of them, but it was just like, I don't be watching it like that to be, like, remembering off top. But as well as the Joker, you had Jack Nicholson,
mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger,
mm-hmm.
and you had
wait. There was one before you say that one, Jared Leto.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing his face, but I don't know him like that. But I know when you say his name, I'm like, okay, I know what you're talking about. And then now, Joaquin. So,
Phoenix, brother of River.
I was
Phoenix.
about to ask you. I was like, is that River brother?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, but I don't see the same arguments being had in the white community, because it's like they shift in, you know, different people playing these iconic superheroes. So, but it's like we don't have, and I know this goes into the conversation, like we don't have those same iconic figures that last through, you know, we go to Superman goes all the way back to the 50s and 60s, and then the 70s with Christopher Reeves, and I don't think did they do anything after, huh?
Chris Reeves was 80s.
Late 70s, 80s. Well, was it late 70s or just 80s?
I think it was just the 80s.
Or like it'd be like if it was the
like 79.
Yeah, it'd be 79. Like the dead ass end of that shit.
But it's like they have different people to play, and I've never seen like oh man, why they got Christopher Reeves playing him? That's fucked up. Like I don't see that, and I brought up the point of they've been seeing themselves in greatness since they were born, and that goes to the conversation with Gods of Egypt and why that is poison. Number one, to misrepresent on a scale of a movie and understanding the weight that movies hold on that level, because we're talking about box office movies. This ain't no we shot this down in Oak Cliff type of thing. So there's like they're seeing themselves in their greatness, or what they claim to be their greatness, from day one. But we don't have the same thing. All we see mostly is slave movies, butlers, maids.
Because it's our responsibility to show and tell our children who it is. But it's not up to anybody else.
But we don't control the media like that.
Again, it shouldn't come from the media for your kids to know who they are. That's why they all out here junkies trying to be rappers with drug
that's easy
with
to
drug
say
issues.
When they're flooding the airwaves, the TV, the movies, and then what they teach us in school. So it's not just media, it's what they teach us in school. It's programming at the end of the day. So we can sit up here and say, oh, well, we can just show us and our greatness, but it's like, do we have that type of power to where it's like, oh yeah, you know, Tyler Perry is up there competing with Warner Brothers, and then there's 5 other brothers and sisters that have equal standing, and we just not putting out them type of movies. So we don't control that that narrative to that degree. Yes, I agree that we do need to educate on what we would like our children and, you know, whomever around us to see us in a different light. But when you go searching for it, you have to really search. So like when I go look for movies, whatnot, all these hood movies, all these different type of movies that put us in stereotypes are readily available, but then you got to go dig for the buried treasures.
Okay. I'm quiet.
So the imagery is everything. So that's why I feel the way I feel in regards to like the Gods of Egypt. It's like I know what they're doing, I see what they're doing, but again, that's misrepresentation, that's whitewashing. So back to the point, us not having anything to really hold on to, and that's why I said with the killing of the archetypes. So it's like we finally had something, and that's the reason why we're so attached to as a people, is because we finally have something and then they pass on, and it's like we die with it because we're so attached to it. So that kills the energy for you to excel, because yeah, we have a Mamba mentality, we have what Chad left us, we have what Nip left us, and then what you were saying, what are you going to use, how are you going to take that and transform it in your own essence? And I said this at Pawpaw's funeral, I said this at Granny's funeral. I said, hey, this is what they left behind, this is what I drew from it, and this is what I'm going to take to move forward. So I agree with that. And the same rings true with what you said about Nip, Chadwick, and all them. What are you going to take? But again, I'm speaking from a general standpoint. Most people don't see it that way. They just die when the legend dies. When they killed Dr. Martin Luther King, that killed the movement. When they killed Malcolm X, put a wrench in that movement. When they took down the Black Panthers, that killed the movement. There was no further representation after that. So again, that ties into the narrative of killing the archetype. So it's like it's easy just to kill that off, and then you don't got to worry about nobody rising up after this or even attempting to carry on tradition.
So let me this is not just a total Kundalini the Black Zombie conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
J. Edgar Hoover is the one that's put out the thing about the killing of all the Black Messiahs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that energy is still out there? And I don't mean that on a physical level.
It's now mental, spiritual, emotional.
Yes. So going back to what we talked about earlier, where I did the whole hand signs, like allegedly, but in real life, it was a helicopter crash. What you call past some colon cancer. It actually did happen that way.
Right.
But the energy of what could have caused all that, or what could have transpired, like I think about all that kind of stuff. Like, could that have set a lot of stuff in motion?
From what J. Edgar Hoover put in place?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it plays a role in history. There was a concentrated effort, a strong effort to knock down any potential of us moving forward. Now, at this point, we have more power to do more, so we can't really use that as an excuse at this day and age, because we have too many freedoms. Now it becomes victim mentality. So if you're still hanging on like, oh, they're trying to kill the Black Messiah, and it's like, well, now you can really move around on your own. You're not hellbound or held by, like, you can't go drink at this water fountain. You can't go here. You're not allowed over here. You're not allowed over here. Now it's more so like, hey, if I want to do a podcast, I do a podcast. Now, of course, I still got censorship and things like that, but they're not really focused on the Black, quote unquote, the Black Messiah, because they're fighting a different war. It's a different war going on. Like, they're not even looking at you no more at the end of the day. You're not a threat.
You're not a threat because they've already done what they need to do to you psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
Random question.
Mm-hmm.
Fee, do you have your children come in before the street lights come on?
My kids don't go outside.
If your kids went outside, would you?
They go in the backyard so they can play until they feel like being done playing.
Okay.
I don't have that problem. None of, like, I stay out of these conversations.
Why? This is a podcast.
She likes the God of Egypt.
And the Dragon album.
and a Dragon album.
Yeah, she was caping for the gods of Egypt.
So anyway, I'll get my point across regardless.
No,
Children are told to go inside the house when the street lights come on. That's a running joke
Yes.
within the Black community. That is actually based off of sundown towns, and you don't want to have the kids out and get caught out by white people and get lynched.
Shout out to Lovecraft Country.
So if you don't know that, this is just a funny joke. Like, oh yeah, we got to be Sinbad, street light. It's funny. But the psychological damage is already there.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to kill the Black Messiah. The Black Messiah will never rise.
They put the cap on their own. They pretty much put the cap on their growth themselves.
Exactly. So when you do have a Chad Nipsey who break past that barrier, that's why I say we get into the spiritual, emotional part of what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when it comes into play? Not the answer to that. There's something for you to think about.
Yeah, you're dealing on a whole different level. I'll just say this: Lovecraft Country gave you some keys to venture to break past certain spiritual limitations that we have. And you already know where most of our people, where they dwell. They're not going to go past that. Mm-hmm. But when you start talking about occultism, esoteric systems and things like that, when you start getting into quote unquote the Vodun, Orishas, you don't want to talk about that no more. That's where we stop. But when you start to venture down that path and start to play the game and know the game and learn the game and learn how to move, shout out to Jay-Z, in a room full of vultures, you pretty much got to learn how to protect yourself. You got to know when to strike, when to fall back, when to sit still and strategize. And I'll just leave it at that. There's levels, there's games. How far are you willing to go, and what are you trying to do?
Fair.
All right. So I'll leave it on this note with the meme-spiracy theories. So I say the So yeah, the universe speaks in codes. Most people don't have critical thinking skills. So what I'm about to say, a lot of people may take offense because it's like, hey, you're looking at too deep. Hey, you're disrespecting, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, these things is like when you peep the subtleties, and it goes to what I was just talking about with the sciences, the occult and things like that. We've talked about this on the show before with things get done on certain days to draw energy. Why is it done on this day? Yada, yada, yada. So after Chadwick passed, there was a lot of talk in the in certain groups about when he passed. So he died on August 28th, 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same day as Jack Kirby's birthday, who is the creator of Black Panther,
mm-hmm.
who we all know that Chadwick Boseman played Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
So he passes on the day that the creator who created the Black Panther was born, number one. So Jackie Robinson's day was pushed back from April the 15th to August the 28th. So we already know Chadwick played Jackie Robinson. And why was it pushed from the 15th of April to the 28th of August? All right.
Okay, I thought you were going to give me answer that one. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Right. So again, I said after when Chadwick passed, the Lovecraft Country series popped off. The debut was like a week earlier. And I remember the first episode, Jackie Robinson was in the first episode as a hero, in a sense, that fought off one of the quote unquote monsters. Why was Jackie Robinson in there? So it was like, Jackie Robinson, this is a show that pretty much showed you how to take your birthright back through dealing with magic, through understanding the bloodlines and how real it is on that side with dealing with the occult. So Jackie Robinson is first episode, hero. Next week, Chadwick passes on Jackie Robinson Day. So again, connections. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I caught this. I've never seen this because no one watches that movie.
Which one?
Killhole.
Oh.
Chadwick's first leading role. When did that come out? Do you know?
Santa knows.
August 28th?
2012. So when I saw that, I was like, this can't be right. They didn't change the date on here. Well, you look at the, if you look through, Wikipedia, if you look at the IDBM, August 28th, 2012. So it's like, as I just said, the universe speaks in code. Numbers do play an important factor when you start breaking things down. And a lot of people, they don't get into that because they're like, oh, you're just doing too much, yada, yada. But it's like, you done made all these different connections. How is it coincidental? Is it coincidental that everything just falls into place like that?
Nothing is coincidental. Everything actually falls into place. Everything happens for a reason. There are certain dates that have to mean something.
Now, am I saying the Illuminati had something to do with this? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, it's funny how, or ironic how, it's not funny, but it's ironic how, these things line up. And when you really look at it, it's like, okay, what meaning does this have? And that's what creates the quote unquote conspiracy theories. And people just throw that term out there to discredit what you're saying. But it's like, when you look at it, it's like, how, why, who, what is the significance of? Again, you got to look at it from a different standpoint.
I agree. Going back to what you were saying earlier, like how Viola Davis was integral, like he played his mom in one, in the Jackie Robinson. Get on up, and then turn around and played Ma Rainey in
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
When I told you earlier about that guy who directed Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, he I guess he had like some plays or whatever, and one of the first plays that Chadwick ever directed was one of his plays.
Come back around full circle. Mm-hmm. Even the Denzel Washington, because he was the producer for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, who put up the funds with Felicia to get him to the academy over in England. So coming back around full circle. So just things to think about. Not putting it out there to be on some disrespectful or just to stir up some controversy, but those are things that, you know, I pay attention. I know you pay attention to, looking at the subtleties of life. So we'll end it on that note. Anyone want to say anything before we close? Mm-mm. All right. So I'll just like to say thank you, Chadwick, for your contributions, what you contributed to the art, the culture, to humanity overall. So we appreciate, we love you. Thank you for everything.
I definitely agree with that. And people, take those symbolisms, Wakanda forever, all that stuff is jokes now, but it evokes a sense of Black pride. So don't make it a joke too much, because then you're laughing at yourself.
Say it loud. Huh. So this concludes season 8, where we show you why we're great. Meme number 87, entitled Chadwick Boseman Forever. Hashtag. I better get these goddamn hashtags up. Chadwick did what Flex could not. Hashtag.
Do what you do, but watch my shoes. Hashtag. Leon walked so Chad could run. Hashtag. The 5 cousins.
The 5 cousins.
You don't respect that crippin'.
Hashtag when the levees broke.
So that concludes the show. We talked about 1, 2, 3, go. Memories like they used to be. Celebrating the life. We appreciated the imagery. We went through all of Chadwick's movies. And last but not least, we had our meme-spiracy theories, where we talked about death is only transformation. So join us in 2 weeks for meme number 88. We don't know what we're going to do. Where you can find us. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and all podcast platforms. You're only getting seasons 8 and up on those platforms. If you want seasons 1 through 7 pre and post shows and other exclusive content, go to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/theMEMEpodcast. Donate, support, and become a meme or a meme-ber. So in closing.
Feezus trolling on the meme, huh? So will you niggas make it TBD, huh?
Was you over there practicing? That's why you didn't get in the conversation?
No.
Like, I got to get this rap down, bud.
I've had that in my notes
bars.
for 2 weeks.
You were practicing in the mirror?
Nope. I told you what it was the last show.
I don't remember you saying that last show.
No, I said every show I'm going to do a different Yeezy verse as something to do with me. He don't listen.
I gotta keep the show going. I gotta look at my nose. I gotta make sure we on point.
We was done with the show at that point.
Oh, my back was hurting. Well, that was the week that my back was fucked up.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't trying to hear that.
That's the origin of your back hurting. Oh, me?
Hey.
Everything's everything, and everything is. What is, it is, what it is, till it ain't. Rest in peace, Mac Miller and Chadwick Boseman.
Always rest in peace, Mac Miller.
I'll bring this back around. Life is but a meme. You can dream, express, or have no chill. But at the end of the day, we can give a fuck how you feel.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Oh, fuck.
I ain't done it in about 4 seasons.
Right. Oh, fuck, I forgot.
This is the Meme Podcast. When it comes to Black entertainment, we reign supreme, all facts. We got a supreme meme team. We clout chasing, keeping up, and about waking people up. We honor both. If you have a problem with that, pull up if you want that smoke. And it'll be that way until I say cease.
We out of here. Peace.
You're now listening to Meme. You're now listening to Meme. Yeah, yeah.
We don't do that here.